The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
The NFL draft is just 1 month away, and the Jets have a busy week ahead. New reports are out on where Darren Muji and company will be. Plus, a major deal in the NFL makes the Jets look even better. We'll tell you about that. Frankie V will join us. It's the Jake Asman Show. Start of a new week. Let's hit it and get it started.
Wish you could have been a Jet, Fernando.
Let's see what happens.
What's your message to the Jet fans in New York?
Jets, Jets.
A new chapter for the Jets has started. Aaron Glenn and Darren Muji are tasked with shaping the future of this franchise. Will they be the ones to finally get it right? We will be here for every step of the journey on the Jake Asman Show, breaking down all the storylines, every game, and everything in between. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chats, baby. Cut the line. The Jake Asman Show starts right now.
Here we go, Jet fans. Welcome in, everybody. I mentioned it in the cold open. 1 month till the draft. We have a draft party at McFadden's, Pittsburgh, coming your way Thursday, April 23rd. Free event, just RSVP if you're coming out. Get your free ticket through the NFL for the draft, and then join us all day on Thursday for a wild draft party. McFadden's is located right next to where all the draft festivities are going down. So looking forward to being a part of it. Also, tomorrow night, our first live show on a brand new podcast I'm a part of with Brandon Tierney and Rich Samini. Make sure you subscribe to the Jets Collective. We're live tomorrow. That's Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. With that, let's say hello right now to a good friend of the program. He's one of the co-founders of uSTADIUM and a co-host on the Gangs All Here podcast with the New York Post. It's Frankie V, who joins us here on a Monday. Frankie, what's going on, my man? Thanks for hopping on.
Jake, it's that time of year, man. It's that time of year. There's not a lot going on, but there is a lot going on behind the scenes. The Jets making, obviously, preparations for this draft. This is a big one for us, man, but I'm pumped. Shout outs to St. John's, by the way. Shout outs to him. That was a big dub last night. That was big. But yeah, man. Good time to talk about football and draft stuff.
Can't wait. And yes, shout out to the Johnnies. Huge win. Headed back to the Sweet 16 for the first time since 99 in DC. So a lot of Johnnies fans, I'm sure, will make that trip against Duke. So looking forward to that one. All right, let's talk some breaking news in the NFL. It's not directly related to the Jets, but I do want to give the Jet front office their proper credit for something. So big contract was just agreed upon between the Seattle Seahawks and the reigning offensive player of the year, wide receiver Jackson Smith-Njigba. So he agrees to a 4-year, $168.6 million contract extension and now makes him the highest paid receiver in NFL history. The deal averages $42.15 million per year and includes over $120 million guaranteed, both setting records for any wide receiver. It's well-deserved. Smith-Njigba is awesome. Where I want to give the Jets credit is because they were proactive in getting an extension done a year ago with wide receiver Garrett Wilson. You look at how that contract is going to age. Garrett Wilson is now locked in for the long haul. And if you look at the highest paid wide receivers in the NFL, Njigba's now number one, 42.15. Jamar Chase, number two, 40.25. Justin Jefferson, number three, $35 million. So look at the jump in wide receiver money. You keep going. CeeDee Lamb, $34 million. DK Metcalf, $33 million. So Garrett Wilson goes from a top 5 highest paid wide receiver to now top 6, $32.5 million. And his true extension does not even really kick in until 2027. So I say this to give the Jets credit by being proactive with Garrett, having Garrett locked in now for many more years to come. He's going to be quite the bargain. Because think about some of the other receivers that are about to get paid, like Puka Nacua, who will break the record that JSN just broke. So give credit to Darren Muji in the Jet front office. Give credit to ownership. Woody spending money to lock in Garrett. Because at the time, people were like, oh, what? Garrett Wilson's a top 5 wide receiver in the sport. Well, maybe not just in rankings, but in salary he was. But I said at the time, it will age gracefully because Garrett is really, really good. And the receiving market is only going to continue to go up, 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 up. I mean, look at it. It went from $35 million with Chase to here we are. The last two guys are now making well over $40 million. So I think it is a good thing that JSN got paid what he did because it shed some light on the fact the Jets were smart to get the Garrett deal done last summer.
Absolutely, Jake. And I don't even think we've reached Garrett's ceiling. I really don't. I think there's so much more we could do on a football field with him. He's performed really well considering the quarterback play he's had here. But I've always said this, Garrett Wilson can be a deadly deep threat in this league. And if we can finally get this guy a quarterback that could get him the ball down the field and not have him have to do everything underneath across the middle, if we can find a quarterback, Jake, that can get him the ball down the field, you're going to see Garrett Wilson put up some big numbers. So he's done what he could with what he's had. But there's a level to Garrett, and you're right. I mean, right now, yeah, he's outside of the top 5 in AAV. To me, he's deserving of the contract. You know, when I came on, I had no problem with the Garrett deal at all when it happened. I had a problem with the Sauce deal. But Garrett's deal, I never had an issue with. It's going to age wonderfully. You'll see in a few years, he'll be outside the top 10.
And I just think when you also consider the type of person Garrett Wilson is, how he wants to be here, great teammate, I think he was certainly the right guy to pay. So, look, it's been tough to find positives with the Jets the last couple of years, but Garrett Wilson is certainly one of them. And I think the Jets being proactive with that extension is going to end up being something that we look back on and go, that was a smart move. But even the Sauce extension, the way they structured it made it easy to deal Sauce Gardner. And because he was signed long-term, they maximized his value by getting the 2 first-round picks and A.D. Mitchell. So I know you were against extending him, but no one could be upset with the return they got for a non-quarterback, 2 ones and a solid receiver, we believe, in A.D. Mitchell.
100%. Yeah. No, that's as good of a deal as you're going to get for a corner. I'm probably in the minority. I don't value corners as high as maybe some other people do, unless they're locked down and actually a lockdown corner. Then I'll look at them a little differently. But to get back, 2 ones and a receiver that's a wide receiver 3 or can be a wide receiver 2 at times, you're not going to get a better deal than that. I don't know how Muji pulled that one off, honestly. You never see that, Jake, too. A player sign an extension like that, making them the highest paid at their position, and then not even 3 months later, they're moved. That is true. What you're saying, that there was flexibility in how that deal was structured to be able to do something like that.
The mood. So give credit to the Jets for that one. Some other news to get into as we're talking with Frankie V. Make sure you guys hit the like button and are subscribed to the channel here. Some other news to break down. How about the fact a report emerged from a respected Philadelphia Eagles writer, Jimmy Kempski, that the Jets called the Eagles before they made the deal for Geno Smith to inquire about Tanner McKee, the backup QB there, and Philadelphia wanted a 2nd-round pick for McKee's services. Thank God the Jets said, yeah, we're good. We'll just add Geno Smith for nothing and have him be the bridge for a year. Tanner McKee, I don't quite get the hype. This guy has barely played. It's not like he was a 2nd-round pick that's just been sitting on the bench and was highly regarded. He was a 6th-round pick. He started 2 games. He's been fine, I suppose, when he's played. He's looked good in the preseason, which does absolutely nothing for me. The fact that the Philadelphia Eagles wanted a 2nd-round pick for him, I am thrilled that the Jets said, no, thank you. This, to me, was the right decision. What is your reaction to the Eagles asking price and the Jets ultimately saying we're good?
Well, what's interesting about that is on our pod, Gangs All Here, Kaz had brought up that there was a team that the Jets inquired with who wanted a quarterback and they were asking for a 2nd-round pick. Or he said something like that. The Jets inquired around and there was a quarterback that they were interested in that was a backup that was asking, the team was asking for a 2. I mean, man, I don't understand the love with Tanner McKee. I'm with you there. I don't know where this fan club of his came from. I looked at the limited snaps that he's had. I don't really see it. Again, I haven't done that much work on him, but that would have been a disaster, giving up a 2. You could maybe convince me on a 5, maybe a 4 if you want to get a little risque there on trying to pull something off, at the quarterback position. But a 2, I mean, how does Philadelphia even consider that like a fair deal? The guy was a 6th rounder. I mean, the one quarterback I wouldn't have traded a 2, but I may have traded a 4 for, maybe a future 3, is Tyson Bagent. I'm a fan. I don't know what it is about the kid. I just like him. And I don't like him thinking he's going to be some franchise quarterback, but I like something about him that I think I'd be excited going into the season if he were competing or maybe starting come week 1. Tanner McKee for a 2 is insane, man. Tyson Bagent for a 2 would have been insane. I mean,
really, any of these guys, even Mac Jones, people were like, trade
I
the
agree
2.
with you.
And I was anti doing that, but at least with Mac Jones, you could sell yourself on he's played. Like, he looked good in regular season games last year. Now I'd push back and say, look at the team he's on, the offensive coach he has. But like, you could at least argue Mac Jones. People I respect said the Jets should trade a 2nd for Mac Jones. And why I disagree with it, I think it's a real conversation you could have. How do you justify trading a 2nd-round pick for a former 6th-round pick who's barely played? We have no idea what Tanner McKee is.
I don't know. Whoever's marketing that guy, his team or something, they're doing a great damn job, because there's a bunch of backup quarterbacks in football that were 5th, 6th-round picks. There's a bunch that I liked last year. We spoke about them on your show that I'd rather trade a 2 for than Tanner McKee. I'd rather take Will Howard for a 2 than Tanner McKee. I wouldn't do a 2 for Will Howard, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know where this love fest has come from. I don't even remember him doing much in college. Just off the top of my head, do you remember Tanner McKee in college? Like, where did this guy come from?
He played at Stanford. I mean, I didn't watch him that much in college. He was a 6th-round pick. Right? Oh, man. Hit the like button if you're tuned in. Frankie V with us. We're going through the latest Jets news. We got some pro day stuff to certainly cover. We also have ASMANIAC Madness coming your way on the show. Big time matchup in the extraordinary region this morning.
Whoa.
The 7 versus 10. How about this for a facial hair battle? Barbarossa, the 7 seed. Jets Jesus, the number 10 seed in our tournament. A couple matchups left in the extraordinary region before we move forward to the final region that we have to get through the opening round of. That'd be the grown-ass man region, featuring the 1 seed, Charles Eugene M. Gorman. But Barbarossa, Jets Jesus 7-10. That's coming up shortly. And then Black Gypsy and Coach Oglick will go in the afternoon. We also have a giveaway on our show today, and I want to shout out Barbarossa because he's trying to buy some votes. I'm going to raffle away a Jets jersey at the end of this very stream, and Barbarossa, paying it forward, maybe trying to get some votes, is the first to enter our Jets Legends jersey raffle today. He gifted 5 channel memberships. Let's go.
You know, I lost that exact jersey in a cab one night coming home from a bar.
Really?
I was wearing it out. I don't understand. I ended up with just the under t-shirt on. I don't know. I don't know what happened. It was the best jersey I ever had.
Well, you know what? Enter the raffle. Gift the membership, Frankie. You're on your computer. We'll put you in. Barbarossa.
Or get my cousin to do it. That maniac out there. Yeah.
There you go. You choose the player, Jet fans. If you want Namath, Klecko, Curtis Martin, Wayne Corbett, Darrell Revis, the late great Nick Mangold, or Keyshawn Johnson, those are your choices. Barbarossa's memberships went to the following 5 listeners: Big J, Uno Jets, Brendan Bennett, Pac-Man Jr., and Mediocre JT. Shout out to Bill Fon, who renewed his membership by hitting the join button. He is in our raffle this morning for 1. Thank you very much, Bill. Super chat from Bino, who says, Howie is crazy. McKee will walk in 27 and he gets 0. I mean, maybe they just value having a great backup because a backup could save your season. The Eagles literally won a Super Bowl with a backup quarterback, so I'd imagine their organization values the backup maybe more than others. But I just don't see a 2nd-round pick being fair value, and I'm thrilled the Jets said no. Now, this is from Doc Jet fan Frankie. He writes in with a super chat. I will only give the Jets credit for signing Garrett Wilson if they use him properly. Need a wide receiver 1A/2, a line to keep his QB clean, and a coach to unlock him. Wide receivers now use 15% of the cap draft. And this is a big point that I'm sure we'll get into. The way the Jets are set up, they're going to need to hit on a wide receiver early in this draft because it doesn't feel like they're going to make a big free agent signing with the guys that are left in that room. Right now, it's Garrett Wilson, A.D. Mitchell, and a whole bunch of question marks. They are going to need to hit on a wide receiver, potentially as early as the 16th pick in this draft.
Yeah, man, this has been a discussion all weekend, actually. I've been seeing this topic everywhere about, Jordan Tyson specifically. Is he going to be there at 16? I've heard people say he's going to, knock himself out of the first round because he's got this reoccurring hamstring that apparently he's not going to be at his pro day. It seems like Lemon's going to go before 16 and Tate's also probably going to go before 16. If Tyson's there, do you take him? I would, but I understand the risk. It's a risky move. He's got 3 hamstring injuries. He blew out his knee years ago. He broke his collarbone.
I'm just a little weary with him because he didn't run in his pro day either. It's one thing to not go at the combine, but now he's not running at his pro day either. Like, what's the deal with these injuries?
Yeah, man. Jake, you know what? You're going to have to, or not you, but the team's going to have to make an assessment on what those hamstrings, what's their situation, and is he going to be ready by September? Because it's the other hamstring now. He hurt I think the right one during the season. Now it's the left one. I don't know the answer there, Jake. I don't. I'll just say this. If all 3 of those guys are gone, I'm not sure Omar Cooper Jr. at 16 is a better pick than maybe whomever else would be available. I think Venga Ioane, the guard out of Penn State, is a better pick than Omar Cooper Jr. I've been flipping back and forth between Venga and Jordan Tyson as to if they're both on the board, who I take. I think you just solidified left guard. I know we just got Dylan Parham, but whatever. He's a depth piece. He can probably play a little bit throughout the year. If you can get Venga, you get him and you set that left side for the next 5 or 7 years. You don't even think about it. I don't know the answer with wide receiver. You can go into day 2 at 33 or 44. Jeremy Bernard, Chris Brazel's someone I like. If you don't take one of those guys at 33, they may not be there at 44. Then you're starting to look at the, Antonio Williamses of the world.
I just get nervous, man, when we talk about having to rely on day 2 wide receivers to play big roles. I mean, the Jets have been so bad in their history during this playoff drought at day 2 and beyond wide receiver picks. I really want 16 to be a receiver, but I think the debate is it Tyson or Omar Cooper? Is Omar Cooper worth the 16th pick in the draft? I'd feel better about him if they traded down than just straight up taking him at 16, but you might not have a choice.
Yeah. That's a dilemma that you'll be in potentially. I like Omar Cooper Jr. I love Omar Cooper Jr. at 33, though. I'm not taking Omar Cooper Jr. at 16. I think.
Why has he moved up so much? You study this closer than I do. You're a draft nut.
Yeah.
All offseason, it's his 2nd, 3rd round pick, and now he's going in the top 16.
You know what it is? If you look at his tape, he doesn't have a weakness on a football field, right? Tyson's weakness, some of his strength is questionable, and he's got injury concerns. Tate doesn't really do much underneath. And for a guy who is a stop and go kind of deep threat sort of receiver, he doesn't have the 4.38 speed like BTJ did, or even the low 4.4 speed. So you have that variable. Mekhi Lemon, he's 5'11 or 5'10, and he's small. He's just smaller. So like, it's tough to justify him. Omar Cooper Jr. just checks off every box across the board. And when you look at his tape, he's awesome, man. He's awesome. He doesn't have like a superpower. Like Tyson's superpower is how shifty he is. Lemon's is how tough he is across the middle. And Tate's just how well he tracks the ball. Cooper doesn't have that, but Cooper also doesn't have a weakness like all those top 3 guys do. That's why I think I don't think this receiver class is very deep. I don't think it's that good at the top necessarily, like slam dunk picks. But Cooper kind of checks off all the boxes. He doesn't have a weakness. If you look at him, very good at tracking, very good underneath, gets yak, shifty, really good route runner. But he doesn't do one thing at an extreme level like some of those top 3 guys. So I think he's maybe more of a sure thing, maybe in some GM's mind, as like, all right, this is a wide receiver 2. No doubt about it. He's not going to be a wide receiver 1, but he's going to be a 2. So
I'll tell you what, maybe they trade up for a wide receiver, because if you really want someone and you have all these extra picks, come away with a big time talent. I don't think anyone's going to complain if you trade up and you're right.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is that 44th pick, right? Are you willing to go 16 and 44 to move up to 7 or 8, which you could, to get Carnell Tate or Mekhi Lemon? That's a question you have to ask yourself. I'm not there. I'm not. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't, and I could be wrong. But I think there's too many questions as to. Listen, we don't need a wide receiver 1.
I would do it for Tate. I would do that for Carnell Tate if he's
Tate.
There.
I might. Yeah, Tate.
He's really solid, man. What does he do? Because he's not as fast as people thought. Did people watch him and think he was like a speed guy? Like, no, the guy just gets open, makes plays, has great hands, and could run every route in the route tree. I would trade up for Carnell Tate.
Carnell Tate, though, remember he was a wide receiver too.
What is he on the Jets?
The production, yeah, he'd be a wide receiver too, also, but you'd want someone if you're going to trade up in the top 10 who's like bringing a wide receiver 1 potential dynamic. And I'm not saying Tate isn't going to be able to do that, but he was their secondary option at Ohio State. I mean, they had Jeremiah Smith. Tate's production really, and the 40, I'm just saying, it could be that he's always a wide receiver 2, but did you really need to trade 44 to get a wide receiver 2? You know what I mean? Like if you want a dynamic, like I don't know, like a CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens kind of dynamic, and ironically, they comp Tate to Pickens. A lot of people. So I don't know. It's a question that listen. I'm sure there's going to be availability at the end of the top 10 for the Jets to trade up. I guarantee teams are going to be on the phones trying to move out because teams are going to look at guys like, I don't know, insert Ruben Bain, who's going to probably go around there. Teams might view him as 16th on their board, but he's meshed up with a bunch of other guys. So taking him at 7 or 16 is the same to them. So yeah, we'll see. It's going to be, I actually think if I had to make a prediction, I think that this draft will have some of them like more trades than like drafts, over the last 5 or 10 years that we've seen. I think it'll be right up. There's going to be a lot of movement, Jake.
Comments, questions, super chats. They cut the line. Huge shout out to Peg and Artie. They won a Nick Mangold jersey on the show. They said they received it. Just got our best jersey. Love the 74. May he RIP, of course, to the great Nick Mangold. If you want to win a Mangold jersey or any Jets Legends jersey, we'll raffle one away for anyone participating in the raffle at the end of the show. Also, new set of raffle prizes. We'll be live for the raffle on Saturday of this week. Signed Namath helmet, prize 1. Signed Revis helmet, prize 2. And a signed Breece Hall helmet, prize number 3. Huge shout out to many different Thangs who became a channel member. Writing in, I've been so busy for years. Finally became a member moments ago. I get it now. If you want to be a member, you just hit the join button on your screen and you could become an official ASMANIAC and enter the raffle. Many thanks. Appreciate you. Doc says, stop trying to fall in love with a second-day receiver. You won't miss pick 44, 16 and 44, and take who you love, not forced to love. You can only do that, Doc, if you have really a big-time separator in your grades between the first couple of receivers and then some of the options that you would have at pick 44. I don't disagree. I'm willing to do it. I think the Commanders are the team to watch for a couple reasons. One, Muji and Adam Peters clearly have a relationship. Yeah. 2, the Commanders at pick 7. They pick at 7th overall, and then they don't pick again until 71. If you're Washington, why wouldn't you want to pick up pick 44 so then all of a sudden you have an extra pick in the second round that you didn't have?
Yeah. I think from Washington's perspective, that makes sense, depending upon how much whomever they love on their board too. You're going to have to hope. And I think there'll be a team, whether it's Washington, it's New Orleans, it's Cincinnati, it's Kansas City, one of those teams drafting at the end of the top 10. Are they not in love with anybody there? And you might be. I think, listen, I do agree. I think if the Jets think that Carnell Tate, I think if you want my honest opinion, if they're going to trade up to get a receiver, get Mekhi Lemon, in my opinion. You know why? Mekhi Lemon will bring a dynamic that Garrett doesn't bring. And Mekhi Lemon will allow Garrett Wilson to do things that I think Garrett can do. get down the field a little bit more. Remember, we forget how fast Garrett Wilson is, like as a deep threat. Garrett Wilson can stride, man. Garrett Wilson, we haven't even seen much of him down the field like we should. Garrett Wilson can run. If you have Mekhi Lemon operating across the middle, those safeties are going to be in hell. They're not going to know whether to go deep with Garrett or stay up, somewhat across the middle to try to alleviate, what Mekhi Lemon's doing. Mekhi's good in yak too, man. I think if you're going to trade up, I'd get Mekhi Lemon over Tate, but I'm not sure I would still do it. I'm just waiting to see what's going to happen with Tyson, Jake, how this medical thing works out. And if Tyson's fine, I might just say, screw it. If Tyson's there at 16, I'll just roll the dice there.
Damon Bennett checks in with a super chat in the raffle for 2. Man, I want that Corbett jersey. First jersey I ever got. We need the drafted kid like him. Well, think about it. Corbett wasn't drafted. He was a UDFA. He was as rare of an outlier as you could be to have the career that he had as a UDFA. I often joke every time I've had Wayne on, the only good thing that comes from the Coatside era was Wayne Corbett. So, yes, the Jets could definitely use another Wayne Corbett.
And Aaron Glenn. Go on.
but Glenn was pre-Coatside. Pete Carroll drafted Glenn.
That is true, yes.
So think about that. All right, some other Jet news I want to get into. But first, let's get voting underway for this morning's ASMANIAC Madness battle. Here's your look at the entire bracket for those just tuning in. We're making our way through the opening round of each region. The round of 32 is set for the inside, outside, and the dangerous alliance region. It needs to be set for the extraordinary region, which it will be by the end of today before we get to the grown-ass man region on the bottom right-hand side. But here's where things stand. It's Barbarossa and it's Jets Jesus for a spot in the round of 32. Your votes determine who moves forward. Ladies and gentlemen, voting for this morning's ASMANIAC Madness battle is underway.
Who's gonna be the best of the bunch? ASMANIAC Madness. You get to pick the ones that make the show walk. I'm legit as a Jew.
Vote. Your vote determines who advances. Let's go, baby. Hit it. Some other important Jets news to cover. This is from Zach Rosenblatt of The Athletic. He writes, yesterday, busy week ahead for Darren Muji, Aaron Glenn, Frank Reich, and co. hitting a bunch of pro days leading up to the owners' meetings next week per source. Now, this does not include the fact that the Jets over the weekend had some players from Penn State in their building for a workout, including quarterback Drew Aller. But here is the pro day circuit that the Jets are reportedly going to be attending. They'll be in Miami to see Ruben Bain, Akeem Mesidor, and QB Carson Beck. Tomorrow, they'll be at Notre Dame to see their prospects and possibly get a look at 2027 QB CJ Carr if he works out. Wednesday, they're at the Ohio State. Obviously, all eyes will be on Arvell Reese. All eyes will be on Carnell Tate. All eyes will certainly be on Caleb Downs. Ohio State's got a ton of big-time prospects. I didn't even mention Sonny Styles. And, of course, Julian Sainz, a QB that could be on the Jets draft board in 2027. And then Thursday, they'll be watching Frankie V's guy, David Bailey. He'll be at Texas Tech in Lubbock watching the pro day there. Are you excited for David Bailey to show out in front of the Jets to make the case why he needs to be the pick of 2?
Oh, man, listen. I love me some David Bailey. I mean, look at what he did at the combine. Everyone was hating on him for falling. He slipped. It's what cleats. It's cleats on bad turf in Indianapolis. You're gonna slip. Leave the guy alone. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I'll say it again. I know me and Robbie went back and forth for a while. But he's just a great pass rusher, man. I understand what Robbie's saying at anchoring. I get it. But that guy is going to go to the NFL if he's healthy, and he's going to be a really good pass rusher, 100%. If he's healthy, he doesn't stop. I was watching his Stanford tape too, Jake. Watching his Stanford tape, which no one even shows the highlights. He was a beast at Stanford too. I just think, I don't know. I just think when it's all said and done, well, we're going to be 2 or 3 years. Hopefully I'll still be coming on your show, and we'll be talking about David Bailey as a really good pass rusher in the NFL. But yeah, I hope we draft him. I can't state that enough. I really do. I
Will
really.
you cry if they don't draft him?
I'll shed one little tear, like a little droplet right there. I'll get a little tattoo, like a teardrop for him. But
vote, baby.
I'll say this. You know what'll make me feel better about the Arvel Reese pick? Draft Arvel Reese, fine. There probably are, right? It's minus 220 now. I saw this morning. Draft Arvel Reese, but draft a pass rusher later on in the draft. Like, because you're not going to know whether or not Arvel Reese is a premier pass rusher until, I don't know, year 2 or 3. He's going to have to develop those moves out. You don't want to go into next year or the year after and not have a pass rush. Bring in a rusher later on in the draft, someone that just specializes in that. Reese, we know, is a really good defensive player, linebacker. I'm not questioning that at all. If he can't get to the quarterback, though, you're going to have a problem there. Look later on in the draft. I mean, I'd be willing to say, people might think I'm crazy, but I'd be willing to take, if you want to take Reese at 2, I'd look at 44 for the next best edge, because there's some edges in this class that are dogs, man, like really, really good. There's a ton. Zion Young, Cassius Howell had the arm length, TJ Parker. If Gabe Yakis is there, it's a little early, but I'm a huge fan of his. Imagine getting Arvel Reese at 2, Gabe Yakis at 44. The guy just lives getting to the quarterback. Then you have 16 and 33, get a receiver, and then take the best offensive lineman available at, let's say, 16 or 33. 16 or 33, I'd go receiver, O-line, one way or the other, depending upon how BPA works out. That's a good draft. Reese, Venga Ioane, Jeremy Bernard, and Gabe Yakis. Doesn't sound that good, but that's strong, man. You got 4 quality players that I think could be starters for you in this league. The Jets need guys, yeah.
They need 4 starters.
They need 4 starters. Yes. If they start getting cute, like I like Chris Brazel, right? That might be a little bit of a cute pick. You don't know if he's going to be a wide receiver 2 in this league. He might end up flexing as a 3-4. You take, I don't know, if you want to take like a corner like Brandon Cease, I like him, but he might not project out to be your cornerback 2 because he has some coverage, deficiencies. I'm just saying, you want 4 starters, you got to get guys that have produced and fill legit needs on your team.
Going to be fascinating to see what their plan is for quarterback in the draft. If it's not Ty Simpson, they're going to get a good look at Carson Beck. I think they're going to end up liking Beck. Just look at the fact he's got the height that your typical drop back QB would have. He has started an enormous amount of games relative to just college quarterbacks and how much they actually play nowadays. Think about it. Beck started a full season at Miami, and then he had 3 years of starting experience at Georgia before that. It wouldn't surprise me if they end up really liking Carson Beck. I just don't know where you take him, because I don't want to take him in the 2nd round, and they don't have a 3rd round pick. So can they move up with their 2 forts to get back into round 3 if they really want him to make sure he's there?
I don't know. It's interesting. I'll say this. I like Beck a little bit more than most people. I just like, for this draft, I just think he's got one of the best overall bodies of work after Mendoza and then Simpson. I mean, I don't see any reason why, honestly, Garrett Nussmeier is a round or 2 higher than Carson Beck is in this draft. I don't understand that. People projecting Garrett Nussmeier to go in round 2 or early in round 3, and then Beck's a 5th rounder based on what? Nussmeier got benched last year. He was awful. I don't know. Beck to me is right up there with Nussmeier. I'm not done with my rankings, but I might have Beck above Nussmeier. So if you want to take a swing, I'm down with taking a swing on the quarterback, man. I just would probably do it later, obviously, earlier than later. Beck can play ball, though. He can.
I think I'd rather Beck than Aller.
I think I would too. I don't know what it is with Aller, because listen, when you look at Aller on tape or you see some of his throws, he can sling it, man. I see some of his stuff, even when he improvises, he looks good. Something's not connecting up here with him. Something's off. I don't know if it's like a personality thing. I don't know if it's a confidence thing. He's lacking something upstairs that's affecting his ability to play.
I don't hate taking Aller, but I think where he's going to go is a lot earlier where I would take him. Like I rather them get Beck in round 3 if they acquire a third than take Aller that high, personally.
I'm actually with you there. I think Aller's got a higher ceiling.
Like Beck might develop into a long-term backup, and that's good value in the 3rd round. Aller, he's either going to be good or he's going to be terrible. Like I don't see much in between based on his mechanics and just how he plays.
Yeah. I mean, I think Beck will be there probably in the 4th round, though, Jake. I think he'll be there.
He might. They have 2 4th-round picks if you take a look at the Jets draft picks. I saw this tweet, and this just is cruel, but if you're a Jet fan, you have to at least laugh at this. So this is from Brandon Howard, who tweets, after a 1-7 start, interim Jets head coach Frank Reich has announced Geno Smith's benching in favor of rookie quarterback Drew Aller ahead of Week 10. Aller will get the bye to prepare for his debut on Monday night against the Titans, who are on a 5-game winning streak after starting 0-3. And then it's a picture of Christian Hackenberg. I'm like, come on, man.
That's great.
This blew up on Twitter. It's got like 10,000 likes and almost 1 million views. Just ridiculous, man. But every Jet fan, you see this, you got to at least chuckle.
I'm going to tell you right now, if we're 1-7, I'm going to tell Ryan at the post, I am not doing post games. I'm done. I'm taking the second half of the season off. I'm not covering these stupid games for the during the holiday season.
1-7 start. Oh my God. 1-7 for the 2nd year in a row. Brutal. Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. Damon in the raffle for 2. Man, I want that Corbett jersey. First jersey I ever got. We need the drafted kit. Oh, I think I read this one already. Damon, you're in the raffle for 2. Again, appreciate the super chat. We're going to raffle away a Jets jersey of your choosing at the end of the show. I had not posted the call-in link, so I'm going to do that right now. We'll do some calls with our guy Frankie V on the show. So the call-in link is about to be pinned in the live comment section. Again, shout out to everyone who's tuned in here on a Monday. Hope everyone had a great weekend. I'm rocking the St. John's hat. Shout out to St. John's. We're presented by FanDuel Sportsbook. St. John's and Duke in the Sweet 16 Friday night. Here are the opening odds, courtesy again of FanDuel. The Johnnies are 6.5-point underdogs. I'll tell you what.
I like that.
Duke almost lost to Siena, did they not? Give me St. John's. Get in the points. Let's go.
Duke was having trouble against who's the team they played after? They were playing them close.
TCU.
Yeah, TCU. Yeah, TCU was playing them pretty good.
I mean, shout out, by the way, to GMAC, Jerry McNamara, going back to Syracuse, their head coach.
That's right.
Paul Fiore in the house. What's up, Paul? Aller over Beck, much higher ceiling, gentlemen. I get that, but I don't know. It's not fair to Aller, but I just get Christian Hackenberg vibes. I'm very, very scared.
Yeah, man. Again, it's not his body of it's not. He looks like a prototypical NFL quarterback, Drew Aller. He just looks like one. And
he's had terrible coaching at Penn State too. He didn't have great receivers. You could come up with a lot of like reasons for Aller to like the upside. I understand that.
Yeah, I saw him. I'll say this though, Fiore. I saw Aller in some big games just completely shit the bed, like looked terrible. When the pocket was collapsing and things weren't there, he was all over the place. Maybe that is coaching.
Eric says you can't coach processing power, and that's a big thing with these guys. And that's what makes Ty Simpson a guy that people really like. He feels like a guy who can already process at an elite level. So there's people that believe in him. I'll talk more about Ty as we get closer to the draft. And I saw Orlovsky is now saying he's his number 1 quarterback, which is as whatever. I won't go there.
I hope the Jets aren't listening to that, Jake.
Or I hope the Raiders are.
Yeah, right.
Man. Oregon Jets says Chris Sims said Aller can't play. Yeah, Sims not very high on Aller, but Sims sometimes is a little out there with his quarterback opinions too. He's very specific in the guys he likes.
Yeah, Sims had didn't he have Zach Wilson as the number
ahead of Lawrence?
Yeah. By a long shot, he said. You win some, you lose some.
Hit the like button if you're one of the 510 people that are watching live. Only 129 likes. Gift the membership if you want a chance to win a jersey at the end of the show. Revis, Mangold, Corbett, Curtis Martin, Joe Klecko, and the great Broadway Joe Namath. Fiore says Aller didn't have receivers, Warren, and a bunch of crap. All true. He never had very good receivers, and James Franklin wasn't a good head coach.
He did have I'm pretty sure he had Parker Washington. He did have a really good O-line, and he had good backs there. I'm with you. You didn't have like you didn't have wide receivers like LSU has, but he had a really good O-line and some backs. But we'll see. I listen. I don't love any of these guys, if we're being honest. And if I'm being completely honest, I wouldn't even draft any of them.
Ty Simpson at 16. You're not taking him.
Hell no.
Ty Simpson at pick 33.
No.
Pick 44.
Nope. Not doing it. This isn't the year. This is not the time. What's Ty Simpson going to do? Sit behind Geno Smith all year? Play
until Geno
games?
Smith doesn't get off to a good start and the Jets record is what it is, and then you're going to Ty for the rest of the year.
Yeah, and then you're not going to draft a quarterback next year? You got to find your quarterback next year,
You
right?
probably are, but what if Ty Simpson plays like Tyler Shuck?
He's got to play better than Tyler Shuck, in my opinion, with the draft capital we have next year, Jake. Tyler Shuck's kind of my over-under, I'd say, in how he played. It's a good question. I'm just kicking the can down the road with quarterback. I'm not even thinking about it this year. Maybe if you want to say some, like in the 6th round, I've done mocks where I've gone Cole Payton, someone interesting, Taylor Green. You want to sit him back there in the 6th round. I'm kind of with that. Jake, you take Ty Simpson at 44. Listen, if your logic is take him at 44 and have him compete with Geno, I just don't see that happening. I just think it's Geno Smith. He's the starter.
Geno's going to win the job. He's
yeah. So it's like, what's the point?
But here's the thing. Yeah. The fact that they haven't signed a legit backup and right now it's just Bailey Zappi, that tells me that they're at least going to go into this draft and they're going to see if they come away with Ty. And if they don't, then they could probably bring back Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like, there's a reason why they don't have a backup quarterback.
There is.
And I think that reason is Ty Simpson's in play for the Jets.
I wouldn't go that far. I think even if Ty Simpson is actually in play for the Jets, whether he is or not, I think they do have a backup in mind that they're going to sign eventually. It's going to happen, whether they draft Ty or not. They're going to need 3 quarterbacks. I don't put Bailey Zappi in that like 3 quarterback convo, and I don't put Brady Cook in there also. I think they're going to have a veteran behind Geno. Another one actually. And then I think, if they draft Ty or not, I think they'll draft a quarterback actually, probably. I mean, I assume they will later on in the draft. Why, you would take Ty Simpson at 44?
I'd take him at 33.
You would?
I would. Yeah, I'd take him at 33 if he's there. Because I don't think he makes it to 44.
I don't think he makes it to 44 either.
I'd take him at 33. Here's my rationale. If I take him and it doesn't work out, I could easily still take a quarterback next year. I could take him and he could be the backup potentially long term. I could take him in the best case scenario. He actually shows us something. And then I don't need to take a quarterback when I have 3 ones to build my team or make another trade and get more picks in 2028 and keep having multiple years where I have multiple firsts and build my team. Like, I just look at what Tyler Shuck did. They took him at pick 36. Why not take Ty at pick 33 if you can get him there?
Let me ask you a question, though. Does it matter who's on the board, whether or not you're taking him at 33, or if Ty Simpson's there at 33, unless there's like Jordan Tyson on the board or something? But let's assume not. Let's assume there's no one crazy that's still there at 33. I mean, are you factoring in your big board or your value chart or whatever, like in terms of who you're taking at 33? Like,
yeah, I think you have to, but like just general sense of like how I think this goes. If he makes it to 33, I would have no problem taking him.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
if they take him though, they had already taken a receiver at 16, like Mekhi Lemon or someone.
Would you? I don't know if you've done this much deep diving. I know you do a million things, so it's probably hard for you to go through everything. Have you looked at some of these guards like Pregnon and Basantis? Would you take one of them? Like, if one of them is available at 33, would you look at that left guard spot to upgrade it over drafting Ty Simpson?
Ooh, I don't know about over Simpson, but I'm open to it.
All right.
Because I don't think Parham's the long-term answer. I don't think Myers is the long-term answer. I mean, do what other teams do. Find a day 2 guard that could start for you for the next 5 years. That's what all the good teams do. They don't have just like that. That's why, like, I like the Penn State guard Vega Ione, but like, do we really need to invest another first-round pick in an offensive lineman? Really? Like, let's score points, man.
Yeah. Listen, I agree for the most part with that, except with him. I like him that much. I know like Dom C too. We agree. We don't agree all the time. We agree on him. Dom said it's the best interior offensive lineman he's ever scouted or looked at. And I'm right there with him on that in that regard. I just think, and I think what he brings is exactly what Olu needs next to him. Just a big bruising left guard, tough as nails. I think him and Olu would be like a match made on the left side, but I'm with you for the most part in terms of guards in the first round.
I see a couple of people talking about Hendon Hooker. He's not on the team. He was a free agent.
Yeah.
So the Jet quarterback room right now is Geno Smith, Bailey Zappi, and Brady Cook.
Someone in the comments, I just opened it up, goes, Ken Basantis play quarterback.
We need a quarterback, man.
I mean, he could probably play quarterback just as good as some of the guys played quarterback for us last year.
Hard to be worse. Beal 66 says Rams going to take Simpson. I don't think they are. I really don't. They're all in to try and win one more with Stafford. They traded away a first-round pick to get the player in their secondary from the Chiefs. I don't think they're going to take Ty Simpson at all. I could see them taking Mekhi Lemon.
Yeah, I could see that. Or Jordan Tyson. I know McShay had his mock today. He had Tyson going there despite all this injury stuff. Yeah, they may even go offensive line. They need somebody there. Yeah. You know, it's a good pick in a weird way. You might not like this. People might not love this idea, not to get back to the offensive line convo. But if Spencer's this year's AVT in a lot of ways, played some tackle, projects to guard, but can play center. I don't know. He was supposed to be, if he was a tackle, he was going to be a top 6 or 7 pick.
I talked about him the other day.
Yeah.
He's an option that could be in play at 16.
Yeah.
Because of the versatility.
Yes.
And then you have your new AVT that hopefully actually plays football.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I love having guys like that can play guard and center. I think it's so valuable, and it gets overlooked a lot of times. At 16 is a little high, but
what about a curveball at 16? Safety or corner?
I was thinking about that. Listen, corner.
I'm vehemently against a corner. Safety,
yes.
I can only justify it if it's truly BPA in that spot.
The thing is with these corners, I don't know. After Mansour Delane, if Mansour Delane's there at 16, you probably take Mansour Delane, right? Jermod McCoy, I wouldn't, but he's probably the next best corner. Then you have like a cluster of corners, and I think that Delane is going to be gone, and probably McCoy too. You have Colton Hood, Avion Terrell, Brandon Cease, Chris Johnson, Pons, like they're all kind of there. Maybe Pons is outside because of the size of that group, and Chris Johnson a bit, but no, I wouldn't take corner at 16 unless it's Mansour Delane. That's it. There's a caveat in that. But safety, Jake, you know what? I don't know. Thieneman and EMW, Emmanuel McNeil Warren, I have them very close in my rankings, like literally a spot or two from each other. I don't know which one I like more. I think we need a quarterback of the defense, so I like Thieneman a little bit more in that regard. But I love what EMW does as a ball hawk, but I'm not going 16, man, with safety right now. I think we have to give what's his name, Malachi Moore, another year with what's his name that we just traded for to kind of see what he can really do, because he had a good year last year.
He was okay.
Excuse me, he did good things last year. He had showed promise. He didn't have a good year overall. He had an average to below average year. He was okay. You're right. But there's things there. And I think you want to see it for another year. Because if you bring in one of these rookies, his reps are it's gonna change where he's playing, how he's playing. I'd go another year and just give the kid a shot. He had
There's good safeties on day 2.
There are. Yeah,
like,
there are.
Who's the one from LSU everyone seems to like?
What's his name? AJ
Halsey?
Yeah, he's good, man. He's very good.
I also like Emmanuel McNeil Warren from Toledo. 6'3", 209.
Yeah. It's just
really impressive at the
awesome,
Senior Bowl. Yeah.
He's someone that the Bears at 25 are looking at. He's not gonna see. I'd want him at like 33 or 44, obviously. But I don't think he'll be there. But we still, you know what? We've been saying that though. I've been having draft conversations now for the last.
We all say I don't think he'll be here.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
naturally, someone has to be there.
I know. I've said it.
Not
Like
everyone
50
can
times.
go.
I know.
We all do this though. I don't know if he'll be there, but like someone has to be there. Like we talk about way more than just like in the case of like pick 16, like 16 players that could be in play. You know?
Yeah.
It's.
I don't think he'll be here. About 78 players. 33.
Comments, questions, super chats. Cut the line. We're having a draft party, baby. Come out to Pittsburgh. It's going down. RSVP. It's 1 month away. Links in the description. Let's go.
Draft Day 2026 live from Pittsburgh. Jets Nation on the clock. Gangrene take Fat McFadden's day and night draft party hosted by the Jay Gasner Show. Thursday, April 23rd, doors open at noon. Let's go! Yeah!
Let's go, baby. Let's go. RSVP. If you're coming, it's going to be unlike anything you've ever experienced. 31 days, 9 hours, 0 minutes, and 53 seconds from right now, Frankie V.
How many days? Do that one more time.
31 days, 9 hours, 0 minutes, and 45 seconds.
Jeez Louise, man, this draft's coming up quick, man, huh? I remember
it's coming.
It was like 65 days. I was like, where the hell did the last 38 days go? What I was going to say is, you know, a safety who's really shooting up a lot of boards is the Kyle Lewis kid out of Pittsburgh.
He was awesome at the Senior Bowl.
He was very good at the Senior Bowl. And then the Wheatley kid from Penn State is another one who I actually like. But yeah, you can find a safety later on. It's going to be tough without a third round pick. But I think Muji's going to trade up into the third round, man. I could see us trading back from 16. Honestly, Kaz brought this up, and I don't think it's crazy. I could see us trading back from 16 and then eventually trade up into the third round. So go from 16 to 24 or 25. I don't know if you recoup a third rounder, and that's per se, but you'd have something that you could work together, you could package together to go back into the third round with the multiple fours, which wouldn't be bad, right? I mean, like 2, 24, 33, 44, and then a third rounder and 1/4. I like that.
Don't hate it.
Yeah.
Don't hate it. I think Muji will be aggressive because they just have a lot of picks, and I don't see them like making as many picks as they have. Like they have a lot of roster spots that have been filled up already. Like if you look at just their draft capital, here's a look at it. Like how many picks do you actually need? You got 2 4s, you got a 5th, the 2 7s are nothing. Like you got the 2 extra seconds this year, right? Like I see them using their forts to get back into the third if they want.
Yeah. You're going to laugh when I say this. And I have no idea who are the best kickers in this draft, but I would draft a kicker at some point.
Use a 7th round pick on a kicker.
Yeah, hell yeah. We need one. We know how important kickers are. Why not? You know? Be the first team or the second team to draft the best kicker. We know how valuable they are. I don't trust the kid we just signed. I don't know how anybody can. So, you know, I don't know. There was a kid, he was like hitting 70-yarders. I don't know where. I was watching it on Twitter. The kid was like just hitting them left and right. I forget what school he was. I probably should know that, but
why not? You need a kicker. 7th round pick. Can do it. Yo Holmes, who's very negative this morning, he says reaching on Reese at 2, then taking a guard at 16 would be the most Jets type draft we could possibly do. So Jets. Yo Holmes, what would you like them to do at 2 and 16? And again, I don't think Reese is a reach at all. There's a reason why tons of people think he should be the number 2 pick. Even Frankie knows he's really good. He just prefers David Bailey.
Yeah, man. The thing with Reese is always going to come down to, is he going to be a pass rusher in the NFL? And let's say he's not, hypothetically, he's going to be a damn good linebacker. So if you want my honest opinion, I don't think he's going to project out to be Micah Parsons. I don't. They move in completely different ways. Both extremely impressive in how they move. But I always say this about Reese. He moves east and west, and he's just a missile in a way, north and south. Parsons was so slippery, so bendy. I don't see Reese doing that kind of stuff as much, but that's just my opinion. I don't think it's necessarily a reach, because I think Reese is going to be a damn good off-ball linebacker. I don't know. Do you get what I'm saying when I say that, Jake? Because I feel like I say that all the time, and I don't know if, maybe.
I just think Reese, there's a little more projection involved. But if you're comfortable with that, I think he's the most talented player.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong, but I mean, aren't we taking a little bit of a risk projecting an edge?
But I think he's already an elite outside linebacker, and I think he's 20, and when he has been asked to rush the passer, he could do it. And I trust Carl Dunbar, so that makes me feel a little better.
Yeah,
I'm drafting for.
He
a
hasn't
superstar.
rushed the pass rusher, and he's done a little bit. He's got to do. I just have to see it a lot more. He is 20. Let's see. I mean,
and I feel like Reese is where the NFL is headed, man. Like you want to be able to. You play in a division with Josh Allen, don't you? Have to have a quarterback who's got that speed, who could run sideline to sideline with him. Same thing with Drake May and his mobility. Like I feel like Reese kind of fits like the smarts you need to have to play the position. Not break contain, but go and make a play when you have to. I think he fits.
He definitely fits a role in the NFL today, for sure. The thing is, when you have a player like Bailey that just makes a living getting to the quarterback, and I don't see that changing in the NFL. I actually, I did some deep dive the other night. Somebody brought up Aldon Smith. It's like, I haven't thought about it. I used to love Aldon Smith.
Without the drug, didn't he have drug problems, right?
Yeah, he was a nut job. I think he tried to run over someone on his team started dating his ex-girlfriend, and he tried to run them over or something. But Aldon Smith he's a nut job. But if you look at his measurables, it's very similar to Bailey's. Bailey had a faster 40 time. Bailey had a better broad jump by almost a foot. I was looking at, because Aldon Smith was a freak, and I'm like, people underestimate with Bailey because he moves a little stiff. He looks stiff when he moves. He kind of moves like the Tin Man sometimes, someone was saying. People don't realize how athletic David Bailey is. I mean, he was the first. He ran a 4.5. He said he should have ran in the high 4.4s. His broad jump he jumped out of the gym, or jumped out of off the field. I don't know, man. If he's healthy, that guy, he's going to be a 13, 15 sack guy. As much just how I think it's going to happen.
Hollywood Rio in the raffle for 2.
Play call is my superpower, really.
I'm trying to get to the draft party from Florida with my dad. Those Airbnb and hotel prices are crazy. Shake my head. Any suggestions? Beast for Prez. So Hollywood, here's what I would suggest. Stay outside the city of Pittsburgh, because really you only need to just be near the draft during the actual draft. Once you leave the area, it doesn't really matter where you stay. You're going to be out and about all day. Our party will start at noon. The draft is obviously at night. We'll be hanging out there all throughout the day. So my recommendation would be, if you're priced out of the Airbnb and the hotel prices, stay outside the city for way cheaper. And then you only need to just call one Uber in there and back. And that would be the way I would approach it.
McFadden's is a good spot, man. I've had many evenings there at the. Have you ever been to the one in Midtown, Jake? Back in the day?
Oh yeah,
that was a good spot. It was like if you're from Westchester and you came into the city and you just started coming into the city, you'd go to McFadden's. But it was fun.
Open phone lines for those who want in. We're about an hour in. Frankie will stay on for a little while longer. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel and you like the video. I want to thank the audience for helping the month of March be one of our more viewed months we've had. We're at 44,728 subscribers. The goal is to get to 50,000 by week 1 of the New York Jets season. And I think we have a chance to actually do it because of the greatness that is this community. Let's get to some of your calls right now. There's only one man that is currently on hold, and that man will start us off.
I'm putting icy hot on my back. This will take off the pain and the blemishes.
Hell, stop.
Hello,
I
Beast.
thought that was live.
Hello, Beast. Hello, Beast. Hello, Beast. Hello. Hello, Beast. Are you there? 20 seconds. We will never get back, folks. I apologize sincerely. I'm going to give the membership right now because I feel terrible that I wasted all your guys' time. It's terrible. Just terrible. If you get a membership from me, you're in our raffle for a Jets jersey at the end of the show. How about a little scoreboard update in ASMANIAC Madness? Barbarossa, the 7th seed. Jets Jesus, the 10th seed. And it's 62-38. Barbarossa with the early lead in the battle. Open phone lines for those who want in. And speaking of the devil, Barbarossa has called in. He is the first caller today. Hello, Barbarossa.
Hey, what's going on, Jake? Hey, Frankie, what's man? Nice to see you
What's
guys.
up, man?
So bat and lead off. Just to say I hope you guys vote for me, Barbarossa. If you like beer and you like America, then I'm the guy you should be choosing. There's a lot. This draft stuff is great, man. I like what you guys are talking about. I think with Reese, like I don't think I know that some people hate stats, but like Reese stat maybe more just like overall tackles and how many tackles.
Barbarossa, do me a favor. Call back in when you're on better internet Wi-Fi because the connection's not great. His opponent has called in, though. His internet might be bad, too. Uh-oh. Jets Jesus is next. Hello, Jets Jesus.
What's up, Jake? What's up, Frankie? Hopefully my internet's all right. I'm like just rolling up to the mountain right now. Am I doing okay, or is this a hot mess of internet?
Let it rip, Jets Jesus.
All right, what's up?
It's going to be one of those days, isn't it? It is going to be one of those days on this show.
It gets rough on Mondays.
It's just brutal. Brutal. The internet not cooperating.
They could have taken advantage of that, too. They're going up against each other. If someone just had better internet.
I know.
An easy couple swings and votes right there.
Not great. Let's try Barbarossa now. Let's see if his internet will be a little better. Hello, Barbarossa.
Oh man, I don't know if I'm not seeing Jets Jesus.
ASMANIAC Madness is underway. Make sure you vote to make your voice heard.
Let me say this about our two callers. Both great callers. If you actually could hear what they're saying, two callers with atrocious internet, though, unfortunately. It's just, and then the problem is our other option is this guy who doesn't even know he's on the air. So that is a big issue here. Yep. Good point, Beast. You really are on top of it.
Money does not grow right here. Money don't grow here. Oh, look, it's Kip Winger.
It's just unbelievable. I got Neil texting me for the address. Neil, it is pinned. It continues to be pinned. I don't know what to tell you. Where'd Frankie V go? There he is. Good God. Unbelievable. This is just going to be one of those days. Oh, man.
Who's a sleeper to win the tournament? What do you think?
I think we could get some real craziness coming up in the round of 32. I do. I think you kind of look at who's left. I think Dave Briga is a name to watch. I certainly think Leany can make a run as a 16 seed. She's got the storyline developing, although Thunderlips is going to be a real tough one. You got to look out for Big Fella. He's a high seed for a reason. Kyle Clifton's still the favorite, but we got some great battles ahead.
I think Amanda could beat Gary. I'm telling you.
Yeah, Gary didn't help his case, I don't think, with some of his most recent calls.
But you don't know what a drug is, so that's really
okay. So I can describe what it is. I don't have the actual literal definition of it. I can easily look it up.
Something a drug. So when you called it a drug, what were you calling it? What did you mean by drug? That's all I'm asking.
Gary,
you don't know what.
Good job.
Craziness. We debated taxes on Friday and what the actual definition of a drug is. Man,
I gotta watch that. Gary calls are great, man. They're. I'll watch the beginning and then I'll sometimes skip to Gary's.
More calls right now. Thunderlips is on the line. Hello, Thunderlips.
How bad is my internet?
So far, so good. God willing.
We got a clear camera there, man. Damn.
All right, awesome. Well, so would you take Tate at 2 if we can't trade for a freaking wide receiver with for BTJ or and all the top 4 wide receivers are gone?
I wouldn't, man. Not that early. I think. Listen, if Tate had a little bit more production as a wide receiver 1 at Ohio State, and it's not his fault. He played with Jeremiah Smith. What's he supposed to do? But I'd want to see that. I know we're not looking for a wide receiver 1 per se, but if you're going to take someone at 2, you want someone that's going to really be able to hit it. So
when you were talking about Tate wasn't the wide receiver 1 on OSU, JSN had Marvin Harrison Jr. when he was playing there, right? Ohio State's just different, bro. It's even was it Jamison Williams before he went to Alabama, right? He wasn't here on Ohio State before he transferred. It's they're just that wide receiver factor, and even their 2s and 3s, they're crushing it. Emeka Egbuka, he's freaking doing awesome, dude. So not to draft by the college, but it's I don't know, man. I would love to see Garrett and have him, paired up with the OSU man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I'm just looking at the value of the 2nd overall pick, and maybe I am taking that into effect too much. But you're drafting 2nd. You could draft any player you want in this draft. Anybody.
True. Oh,
right?
yeah.
Basically, besides Mendoza. So when you're making a decision like that, JSN went, what do you go, 6-17? Because we got Will.
He went 16, yeah.
Yeah, we got Will 15.
Or actually, he went. No, did the Jets pick at 15? And then JSN won 16. Is that what it was?
Something that was 16 and 17. I think it was 16 and 17.
Yeah, you're right. I don't remember the.
Yeah, we picked Will 16th. I think right.
There's a lot of wide receiver needy teams though picking ahead of us. There's no way Commanders are going with freaking a 30-year-old wide receiver as their top guy.
You're right. I have Tate in all the mocks I've done. I have Tate going to the Commanders at 8. I actually think. And the Saints
6 for Tate is a possibility.
Yeah, and so is the Saints. The Saints are right there, right? They're picking right after. So yeah.
Olave, OSU.
Oh, Olave's awesome. Yeah. I mean, listen, man. I don't. If they drafted Carnell Tate 2nd overall, I'll be honest. I'm not crying about it. I know. I would like the thought. Screw it. We don't love anyone enough at 2 in this draft. We want someone to really. Take our offense into this new age of what's going on in the NFL, and we want to be that explosive. Screw it. I'm down with it. I think it's a reach, obviously, but you can make a case every player maybe is a reach at 2 in this draft too, if you want to. So I don't like I'll be honest, the speed thing with Tate, I hate using the combine and then going back, but I looked at what he did at the combine, and then I went back and I looked at his film again with new eyes. And I looked for the speed. He's faster on a football field than his 40 time, but he's not that fast. And I noticed that. He's not as fast as I thought initially. But he's great at tracking a football. So, that makes up for maybe that, that breakaway, speed that I don't he has, but he has some of it, but not all of it. I think he's faster off the line than he is deep down the field sometimes, but I don't know. It's gonna be an interesting, process.
I don't care. Honestly, it's whoever they take, half the people are gonna hate him, half the people are gonna like him. We're all just gotta support him. But Jake, I'm sore as shit from that run yesterday. I was talking about Tate. My taint is freaking chafed, but my nipples are. So, ASMANIAC Madness shirts or support. Yep.
I got a quarter mile left. Struggling. I just want to say, Amanda, this is how you do it. Jets, 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 Jets.
Thunderlips, Thunderlips.
Let's go, Thunderlips. Catch her. She's 90. She's 90.
Hey, I want you.
Catch her. She's 90.
What a performance. Great Jet Chat. Well done. Calling out Leany as well. That is going to be a fantastic round of 32 showdown.
Yo, my brother ran it. He did it at a 6-minute and 39-second pace. Like, wow. So he finished 71st overall and first in his age group. He did it at like an hour and 21 minutes flat. Like I told you, my goal was not to finish in an ambulance, so I win. So I'm still alive. But it hurts, man. But all right, guys, you guys look great. Drive safe. Be careful. Everyone loves you.
ASMANIAC Madness is underway. Make sure you vote to make your voice heard.
Tremendous job by Thunderlips repping the Jake Asman Show shirt there. Frankie V, I appreciate an hour and 10 minutes of your time this morning. Thanks as always for hopping on. Plug uSTADIUM or the podcast with Kaz and Ryan. When's the next episode?
Yeah, so we should be dropping a pod this Wednesday. I'm doing also a mock draft. I do it with Brandon on Thursdays. So, yeah, I'm on the New York Post Sports as a contributor there. And then with uSTADIUM, we actually just launched our wait list on the website for our new app and website that we're launching that allows you to basically customize these sort of unique parlays. It's free to play. The whole game is free to play, but you can sort of track what you were right and wrong on through uSTADIUM. So if you go to uSTADIUM.com, join the wait list. But yeah, and we're throwing our own draft party. We'll be doing it in New York. So if anyone's around, team up with or contact Jake or just DM uSTADIUM on Twitter. If you want to come to a draft party, Braylon Edwards is hosting it. Kerry Rhodes is coming by too. It'll be at Harrison Meadows. So if you want to golf during the day and then watch the draft with us, we'll have some live pods going on there and some fun stuff. Feel free. Jake actually was at Harrison Meadows, our last event, and it's a cool spot. The food's great. The food was good there, wasn't it?
Oh, it was an awesome day, man. Yeah. Great cause as well, raising some money for a Tunnel to Tower. So it was fantastic.
Yeah, we're doing this for the American Kidney Foundation for Nick Mangold. So yeah, that's something that's good. So we're gonna try to raise as much as we can for that. So
love it, Frankie. Talk to you soon, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Later.
Frankie V checking in. Some super chats, then right back to your calls. Shout out to everyone who's tuned in here on a Monday. We got a super chat from Barbarossa. Says, sorry about the government internet. My bad. Vote for me. TFLs, not sacks, is the stat to measure Reese. La Punta Negra, de-do. Barbarossa, thank you very much. Spencer Green says, I want Jeremy Bernard. Thoughts on him? Pick 44. I've seen him mock to the Jets a lot. It'd be interesting if they took Simpson and then took one of his receivers in college, right? Some built-in chemistry there, perhaps. Dom C has him as his 6th rated wide receiver, has a 2nd-round grade on him. List him as a Y/Z big play receiver type. I'm cool with him. Again, I really want 16 to be a receiver, so if they did that and took another receiver at 44, I would understand it. Spencer says, can we get Mother effing Chew to announce day 2 picks? You mean Mother effing Cho? I misread that. Big Cho. Well, I'll tell you what, if Big Cho calls in, we can ask him. No doubt about that.
Good job.
Super chat from Smart Asson. Taking Ty, ? I really don't want to package a first next year to move up the board for a QB. Rather keep it BPA in 2027. Thanks for the membership, Jake. So a couple things. 1, you're welcome for the membership. Thanks for watching. 2, in no scenario would you have to trade a future first to get Ty Simpson. You would either take him at 16, take him at 33 if he falls out of the first round, or if you move back into the end of round 1, we're talking about probably using pick 44 in a trade, or the Jets have 2 forts, potentially using both those. Again, the Giants didn't trade a future 1 to move back into the end of the first to get Jackson Dart. In no scenario would I trade any of my 2027 first-round picks for Ty Simpson. That wouldn't happen. I would only take Ty Simpson at 33. I don't want him at 16. The lack of starts is why I can't do it. I think he's too big of an outlier. More of your calls right now, ladies and gentlemen. This man is back from New York. Here we go. Buckle up. Who knows what the heck he is going to say? Stop what you're doing and get close to the camera.
If Mad Max ain't yapping about Jets, that boy, he's jamming, he's slamming, freaking dancing, wall smashing. I'm Jake Asman. If Mad Max ain't ever stopped yapping, that boy, he still be dancing. Then call Jake Asman.
What's up, Asmaniacs? How you guys doing today? So we have a couple main points to talk about. So we have a couple really good points to talk about today. So we're free to see. We need to get. I think it's, you know, a B, but we need to have players that have muscles. We need players that have fight. We need character. March Madness is looking good so far. A lot of good upsets. One of the best March Madnesses in years. And honestly, Asmaniacs, you guys excited for the draft?
Yes.
Oh man, who do you want the Jets to get? We need. I think Carl Tay is one of my top options. We need to get him.
Where are you taking him?
Maybe pick 2. I don't know though.
Second overall.
Second overall. We need one offensive player and one defensive player. Shoot me if we go defense, Jake. Shoot me. Probably one of the worst draft decisions ever.
What if they take a defensive player at 2 and an offensive player at 16?
I'll be fine with that.
Okay.
Sonny Styles can be good. Honestly, Asmaniacs, how's Asmaniac Madness looking? I know I'm facing Australian Jets in.
And
you know, Charles Gorman's gonna is gonna see me in the finals. You know, Charles Gorman's. I think my prediction for Asmaniac Madness, I think Charles Gorman's gonna be in the finals.
You think so?
Yes, sir.
Hey, who'd you vote for this morning? Barbarossa or Jets Jesus?
I think Barbarossa's gonna win.
Yeah, but who did you vote for?
I vote for Barbarossa.
Now tell us about New York City, Mad Max. What did you get yourself into?
Very fun. Oh, this is Times Square. This is me and my boys. We were in Times Square.
You look like a real tourist.
Thank you. This is on Tuesday, and then we were at the sports bar. We were watching the World Baseball Classic.
You're a real tourist.
Thank you.
Are you calling us from the gym right now, Mad Max?
Calling from the gym.
Pumping some iron?
Yeah, I'm pumping some iron, dude. Chest and tries. See if you can see me, Jake.
Yeah, give us a nice workout.
See if you guys can see me.
We can't see you.
You can't?
Nope.
Let me see if this is a better position.
Do you need a spotter, Mad Max?
No, I don't. I could do it.
I think you do. I think you need a spotter, Mad Max.
You can save it. Oh my. Yo, that's crazy, Jake. You know, so many people complain about you because, oh, you talk incessantly about Aaron Glenn 5 hours a day to get fired. I mean, so honestly, to the people on Reddit, I have a question for you. What does Aaron Glenn do well as a head coach? What does he do well? He's not a good head coach. He's terrible. The only good thing he's good at, Jake, is the salsa dancing.
Show everyone how he dances.
This is how Aaron Glenn does the salsa dance.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mad Max.
What are you guys' opinion on me doing a backflip through this orange wall?
Incredible. Thank you, Mad Max. Great call. Glad you made it back from New York. Beastbreaker writes, and please get rid of this bum. Beast, the only bum is you. I came to you this morning twice, and you were just sitting there on your fat ass doing nothing, not paying attention to the show. How dare you call out Mad Max when the man is simply just trying to give some Jets points and talk about the draft? You got to be locked in and bring it. He brought it. Will you?
I see you, baby! And I'm watching other great lawn
You're not
cares
paying
because-
attention to this show.
Sure. As Gorilla Monsoon once said, yeah, sure.
No, as Jake Asman said, pay attention to the show. I went to you and you're sitting there gazing into who knows what.
Right, it's Monday. I like to enjoy this Monday. It's a beautiful day.
What are you going to do on this Monday?
I got to take some shit to Goodwill. It's time to say bye-bye to it all.
Taking stuff to Goodwill.
Has to go. It's time. Once it has to go, has to go. It's called. Gotta go.
I'll tell you what has to go. Gotta be locked in, Beast. Come on now. More of your calls right now. Got some good ones still on the on the line here on hold. Hit it.
Get ready for Neil. He will make 13 points about the New York Jets and maybe hump a Patriots jersey. Get ready for Neil. He's probably smoking a big fat cigar and burning his house to the ground. That's Neil.
Sometimes you got to get a little bit crazy
Yeah.
when you're a Jet fan, baby. Let's go. Jacob, listen. I'm looking at this as Maniac Madness. And, we got to realize one thing, guys. And hello to all the Asmaniacs. We are going to be, one day, we're going to be going and getting ourselves together for the event post Super Bowl victory, where I don't know where that's going to be, where we're going to have that. But Jake will be living in the city, hopefully. And we're going to all congregate by Broadway to walk down the Canyon of Heroes. Now, I want you as maniacs to think about it. Who do you want to lead the parade to represent the Asmaniacs going down the Canyon of Heroes? I want to know. You don't think I am going to be the front of that parade, cigar in hand, in a convertible? I'm going to have 2 or 3 Asmaniacs with me. And I'm going to tell you who I think should be in that parade in the front of the line. These are my people that I really like. And believe me, I like everybody, but I got, I'm about passion, Jake, as you know. You see me at the games. I get very passionate about the Jets. I don't really give a shit about this draft stuff and all this pontificating about who's this and who's that or whatever the case is. My eye is always on the prize. And I'm looking here, and I should I give him? These are my favorites, Jake. Can I give my favorites? You think I should do that or no? Or am I going to polarize myself?
I don't know, Neil. You're being you.
Okay. Looking at the grown-ass man region, I love Party with Peg and Artie. They're going to be at Broadway. No two ways about it. Super duper Jet fans. Purple Belt Mike might be in the convertible with me. A very good chance. I think he deserves to be in the. Let's call it a Sprinter. We're gonna have to get something bigger than a convertible. So we got the Sprinter. Purple Belt Mike. No question, my boy King Lowski is in that Sprinter. No, Jake, would you want him in the Sprinter going down Broadway? What do you think?
Yes.
No question, right? Andrew,
I want
Big Show.
Big Show in the
Sprinter. Big Show's in the Sprinter, but he has to get a recliner. But I believe we can get him excited once the deal is. Now we go up to extraordinary. Black Gypsy's on the, is going to make a big case. Although Black Gypsy, he has his opinions, but he's going to be the happiest guy. I'm looking at who's going to be the happiest when we finally go down the Canyon of Heroes. Black Gypsy, Bonesy, Lowski, Brigga for sure.
How many
Amanda
people fit in the Sprinter?
In the Sprinter, Lowski.
You need a bus. That's what you need at this
We'll
point.
call it a bus. We're gonna get what's his name's bus, the guy that does the Winters Brothers. We're gonna be in a Winter Brother bus. I'm gonna get a bus like Winter Brothers. Did you ever see their bus?
Nuts says he's about to fall asleep.
All right, Mike D's nuts. Take it easy with yourself. You always got a negative comment to say when I get on here. Amanda is going to be the female. She's a really big Jet fan, Jake. Right or wrong? She's really passionate. She knows the Jets very well.
But you don't know what a
Hang on. Oh, I lost it. Okay, so we got our list. I lost the thing. I had it all marked out. Hang on. Put this thing on the screen. The whole thing. Okay.
Why don't you focus on your round of 32 matchup? You got a tough one.
Yeah. Well, You know, I had a big matchup. You know, Leanie is a tough one to beat. You know, she's very tough to beat. You know, I don't remember what I edged her out last year. Chef Kevin's going to be in the sprinter. You know, I love Chef Kevin. Chef Kevin, we're going to have all his food catered on the bus. At the bus, we're going to eat all the Chef Kevin food on the bus. That goes without question. I don't want anybody's food but Chef Kevin. Of course, Castro, myself, you know, Rob, Kyle Clifton, Thunder. Oh, by the way, I love Thunder Lips, man. Love Thunder Lips. Thunder Lips is a kind of guy you want to hang with. No two ways about it. Luppy is big.
You named everyone. You would just want
No, big fella. I got my favorites. Big fella, Luppy, Thunder Lips, Leanie, of course, Chef Kev.
You're saying you're a fan of like 90% of the people that are in the tournament.
Not 90%. That's not even half I mentioned. But I love it. Everything's great. Again, I'm going to make one Jets point. Okay. F receivers, F everything else. We have to take a shot on the quarterback. I don't care. I know, Jake, you think by magic that Simpson's going to be around the 33 or 25 or 26 or 27. I think he's going top 15 or top. I think he might be taken before we even get there. I mean, I think he's going to be taken high because it's a quarterback. He's the second best quarterback in the draft by all measures, right?
Yes, but
if he's the second best quarterback in the draft, and everybody, how many teams need a quarterback? At least 15 teams need a quarterback, right?
No, not at all. Where's Ty Simpson going? Name me the 15 teams in front of the Jets that are going to take him.
Look, Miami. Look, there'll be
Just
a lot of
because
teams.
he's the second best quarterback, that's in this year. That doesn't mean if you compare him to other drafts, he'd still be the second quarterback taken. This happens to be a year where it's not a great quarterback year.
Okay, Jake, who do you clearly put? Let's just plop him into 27 right now, okay? At least he's gonna. There's no way you can make a case in 27 that he wouldn't at least be the top 3 quarterback. Who's going to be better? I wasn't crazy about the guy that went back from Oregon. I'm not crazy about him.
He would have gone in front of Ty Simpson. He started 5 more games and played better.
I don't know.
If Dante Moore was in the draft, Neo, he would probably be the second overall pick to the Jets.
What's that?
If Dante Moore was in the draft, he would go number 2.
You think so?
Yes, I do.
You mean he would be the second pick in the draft? You think
Yes, I do. I believe the Jets would have
taken him. I believe the Jets would have taken him, but I don't think he would be like the hottest thing in the world.
He'd go number 2. It doesn't matter if he's the hottest thing in the world. Ty Simpson's not going to go number 2.
So but let's put it this way, by position. So what do you think that Ty Simpson would be in 27 if we swapped it and went forward? Because I don't know enough about the 27 quarterbacks, but all I do know is everybody's chirping about Arch Manning, but a lot of the guys that they're talking about in 27 are guys that decided to go back to school next year. I mean, they're not like that generational.
But your question's impossible to answer because Ty would get another year of playing. So I don't know how he would play.
Would he have been eligible to play another year?
If he wanted to, he could have played one more year. Yes, he could have went to Miami and replaced Carson Beck and made a ton of money in NIL.
Okay. Look, I just know we really should take a shot with Ty Simpson because at the end of the day, Jake, if Gino flames out, not to say flames out because I don't think he's going to flame out. I think he's going to do much better than everybody expects because he's going to have protection. But if we have, say we're out of it by November, okay, say we make a good run, but we're, 4-6, then we go 5-9. Once we're 5-9, wouldn't you want to have something to be excited about to end the season like the Giants did with Dart at the end of the year and have a Simpson there?
Dart's a better prospect. He started way more games. And they took him at the end of the first round, not at 16.
How many quarterbacks went before Simpson? There were a few.
How many quarterbacks went before Dart? 1.
I mean, Dart.
Cam Ward.
He was the second quarterback.
Correct.
All right. I don't think he was a much better prospect than Ty Simpson, Jake. I'm sorry. Not
NFL
he wasn't.
evaluators would tell you they think he is. Look at the games played for Dart.
I get the games played, Jake. I know that's
a
a
big
statistic.
deal. That's
I
a
know
huge
it's
deal. You can't minimize that.
yeah, but this kid looked really good in the first half of the year. He was injured. He did lose weight. I think he had enough.
You could talk yourself into it, but these are reasons why you take him in the second round. You don't use a top 16 pick on him.
But I will say this to you. There's no way in my mind that he goes past the first round. I just don't think anybody's going to pass on him all the way into the second round.
I think he might, unless someone trades back in to take him. I can't find. Tell me the team that's taking him. I don't think it's Miami at 11. They just paid Willis. I don't think it's the Rams at 13. I don't think it's Pittsburgh at 21. I guess
why wouldn't it be Pittsburgh? Why wouldn't it be Pittsburgh?
I think Pittsburgh is not going to draft a quarterback this year. I think they're going to run it back with Aaron Rodgers for another year. They took Will Howard a year ago. They got him in the pipeline. I don't think they're going to draft a quarterback in the first round.
How about Minnesota?
They just signed Kyler Murray. They're not drafting another quarterback.
Kyler Murray's. They got Kyler Murray. How much did they pay Kyler Murray, by the way?
The minimum.
Yeah, so what the hell? If
So
Kyler Murray.
they're all in to win right now. They're not drafting another quarterback when they still have JJ on their team. And they re-signed Wentz.
These goddamn exploding cigars. Like, gotta go, Jake. I'll call back later. Shit.
It's certainly possible Ty Simpson goes in the first round, but I think if he goes in the first round, my personal feeling a month out from the draft is that it's a team coming back into round one to acquire him. I can see Arizona doing it because they're at 34, and maybe they think the Jets would take Ty at 33, and they want to get in front of the Jets. Super chat from Lou B in the raffle for 2. When we win the Super Bowl, I will have a tractor trailer pulling the flatbed with every Asmaniac down the Canyon of Heroes and leave Neil home since he forgot me. LOL. Lou B, appreciate your super chat. You're in the raffle for 2. Let's head back to the hotline. Jets Jesus right now is down 63-37, but he's calling us from a mountain trying to get some votes. Hello, Jets Jesus.
All right, let's see if we can get some votes out here. This is what my view's looking like.
Yes.
We're up here. Hey, for everybody that's not in the Patreon and getting in the Discord, y'all need to get in the Discord. I threw up a poll this morning on who wants to see me either snowboard in a jersey or snowboard shirtless. Shirtless it is, so we're going to make that happen.
Oh my
and
goodness.
while I'm in the process of making that happen, because I've been standing out here, a storm came in, so I got some snow falling and some other stuff going. Drafting Ty Simpson in the first is crazy. We don't need that. People need to understand that draft picks have value, and therefore you need to be getting picks that are going to stay with the team. That's it. That's important. That's how you build the team up. And if you keep neglecting that to take dart throws and chances and stuff of that nature, you're not going to be building a team, and you were just going to keep staying in the same place that we're at. That ain't what we're trying to do here. We're trying to be winning. So this is going to be about evaluating the team, and evaluating the coaches, and developing players. And that's what we need to be doing.
How cold is it?
Sorry for the crotch view. All right, fellas, let's go.
Oh my goodness. How cold is it?
I don't know how long y'all want to keep me going. I'll keep going down the mountain if you want.
Give us a jet
Jake,
chant on the mountain. Give us a jet chant on the mountain. Barbarossa, Jet Jesus, give us a jet chant.
J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets.
Yeah.
Asmaniac Madness is underway. Make sure you vote to make your voice heard.
Well done, Jets Jesus. Will that get him some votes, folks? Right now, he's in a battle with Barbarossa, the 7-10 in the region. The winner moves on to the round of 32. Coming up this afternoon, it's Black Gypsy and Coach Oglick in the 2 versus 15 battle. Hit the like button if you guys are just tuned in. This one's from Jay, who says, Jake, I love your show and your passion, but I wish you just admit you don't want them to take a quarterback high because you want to move up for Arch next year. No, because I don't believe Ty Simpson's worth the 16th pick in the draft. I want them to take a quarterback, Jay. I said I'd take Ty at 33. So if you love my show and my passion, listen to what I'm saying, because I have been clear. I don't want them to take Ty Simpson 16th overall. I think it is too big of a risk for a team that has 3 first-round picks in 2027 and does not need to make that big swing now. If you want to take him at 33, I'm all for it. I've even said I'm willing to potentially trade back into the first round if it doesn't cost me a lot to get him. I do not want to take a quarterback at pick 16. That's too valuable of a pick. They traded an all-pro corner to get that pick. You got to turn that into a player, not a dart throw at quarterback. It's not because I want them to move up for Arch. In an ideal world, they don't have to move up for Arch at all. They just take them. You save your picks. I want the Jets to be smart and build their team and not have to reach for a quarterback when they don't have to. No one's expecting them to find their long-term answer this offseason. You can't manufacture a quarterback class that doesn't exist. I like Ty Simpson. I really do. But I'm not going to go out there and risk the 16th pick in the draft when I don't have to do it. I have 3 1s next year. More of your calls right now. On the Gusbuster Umbrella Hotline is where we go, and we say hello to this man.
Hi, everybody. This is Bob from Vermont. I am Bob, of course. There you go. Instead of me flying, Jake.
Well, look at this setup you got behind you there. What is going on?
Well, I got a brand new computer.
Why does it look like you're in the 90s?
Well, that's in my apartment. That's why.
Your camera's very pixelated.
Yeah, maybe I have to fix it, right?
Do you have a webcam?
Yeah, webcam is right there.
Is it attached to the laptop or it's a separate thing?
Yep, same thing as before.
It's attached to the laptop?
Yeah, it's right. No, this is a desktop. It's right there where I point my finger. It's right there. So, yeah, I have to agree with you 100%, Jake, on what you said.
Tom A says,
and I like it.
Crooked again.
I know. The vest looks good on you, Jake. I like your vest.
Thanks, Bob.
And I can't wait till tomorrow night. You got to be with my pal, Brand Attorney. I like him.
Oh, yeah.
I think you got to be a better partner than the other partner he had, because did not like the other partner.
Tiki?
You know, yeah, there. No.
You're a Giants fan, though. Why don't you like Tiki?
Because he threw Eli under the bus twice. And look at this. He didn't win the Super Bowl with us. So who cares about him? He stinks. Ew. On him. So what about I say John yesterday? Were you getting crazy last night?
I wouldn't say I was getting crazy, but I was very happy they won.
I know. I was getting nervous. We were up by 14 at one time. And then what do you think about the coach on the Kansas fouling 4 times in a row? Was that
Bill
stupid
Self
to do?
Yeah, I mean, it didn't work. So
yeah.
He's going to be criticized.
No. And I was looking at him all game. You know who he reminds me of? Jim Fossil from the Giants. I couldn't remember the guy's name. I looked it up. Jim Fossil. Me and my brother had lunch dinner together yesterday.
Hey, Frank P says, I could have gotten your computer probably half of what you paid.
How do you do that? Are you like a...
Frank P is a computer wizard.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Oh, he does? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, I didn't know that. So, yeah.
You need a new webcam.
Yeah, probably have to get a new webcam.
I've never seen you so blurry and pixelated.
Yeah, I'm sorry. How's that?
I don't think it's the camera being dirty. I think you just made it worse, actually.
What do I need to do now, you said?
I think you just made it worse.
What do I need to do though? Get a new webcam?
I think you need a new webcam.
All right, I'll go get a new webcam.
Let me bring my tech guy on. He can help you.
How's that webcam of yours?
Yeah, it's not good. No,
Is it bad?
I don't know. I don't know. It looks better on other
Did you check all your settings?
That might be the true thing right there. Let me see.
Check all your settings. Before you do everything. Check your volume. Check your video, and also check your brightness too, because you might need to brighten that up.
Oh yeah, wait a minute. That sounds like Yeah, that might be it. Oh, I think you're right.
There's a case of logic there. I'm taking good care of him, Gator. Let me take care of him. So Bobby, how's the toe?
Oh, it's missing, but I'm better. I don't feel. Yep, I'm not in pain.
So
I
you
got 2
and
weeks
the nine-toe brothers, right?
Yeah, 9-toe brothers. 2 weeks I should get this shoe off, so I'm happy.
Oh, that's a good. There's a good sign. Let's just.
Hey, Bobby, did you remove the protective plastic from the camera lens? Is that the issue?
I don't know.
He has to redo all his settings. He's got to do all his settings. His audio. He has to do his sound, and then check video, and then also get brightness on it too.
Did you remove
that? Looks good. That looks good.
Did you take the plastic off it?
I don't know what I did.
Let's see. Let me see.
Oh,
no. That's 3 again. You're rubbing your dirty fingers to make the lens dirty. How about you take? Do you have a cloth? Now we can't see you.
I'll fix it. I think that's the problem.
You look great. You look great.
That looks a little better, I think.
That'll look too bad.
Yep. All right. Good job,
better.
Beast.
I need a haircut though. I need a haircut. See?
Yep. You do.
You know how long it's been? Like 5 months since I got a haircut. But I do.
You should get a faux hawk.
Faux hawk? No, I'm not gonna one of those things.
Why not?
My Desiree does a good job on my hair, so can't wait. She cuts it real nice. When she cuts it, I don't have to deal with it. Oh, and I forgot. I'll tell your mother I'm sorry for not saying her birthday song the other time. All right.
Who?
It was your mother's birthday recently, wasn't it?
No, my mom's birthday's in June.
Oh, maybe okay. In June, I'll sing to her then. Okay.
Okay.
How's your dad doing? Good.
He's good.
Tell him I said hi. And how's your dog? How's your dog?
Chloe's doing well.
Yeah, she's a good dog. She's a
yeah.
poodle, right? Not a poodle.
She's a cockadoo.
Golden retriever. Oh, cockadoo. Okay. Oh, yeah, she's cute. And then guess what? This week starts. Yankees start this week. You believe that?
Oh,
Baseball's
yeah.
here.
I'm
and
aware.
they play the Giants. Yeah,
Oh,
the Giants. Yep. I think that, well, it's better to play on the West Coast at the beginning.
Hey, Pork says his birthday's in a few weeks.
Who?
Pork.
Who's Porkster? Not the guy that
Pork in the morning.
Oh, that's the because of YouTube. Okay, yeah. Okay, yes, I will sing to you. Yes.
Hey, can you fix the lamp? Gator says it's crooked.
Gator, give me a break. I'll fix it later. Okay.
My brother's
right,
upset
Jake,
you didn't
have
give
a
him a
good
shout
day.
out.
Oh, hi, Zach. I didn't even know you were in the chat. Zach is a great guy. When I defended you on fan. Remember? No, when I called in your show, and your mother and your brother like that too. So.
Yep.
Yep. And don't worry about those Reddit people. They're idiots. They probably can't even. They probably can't count up to 10. So don't worry about them.
Their biggest criticism of the show is they don't like the callers, but the calls are what we do around here.
Well, they could kiss my fat ass if they don't like it. So
yeah.
Reddit, go suck a fly kite. Go fly kite.
Hey, Thunderlip says my birthday is April 13th, and he wants Bobby to not sing for him as his present.
All right, Dunlips. I hate your Fritz tickler. I do that. I don't like. Neil was pretty funny this morning, wasn't he?
You said you hate his French tickler. Is that his mustache?
Yeah. Well, you have to see Michael's. You know who he reminds me of? Andy Reid.
Oh.
He got a like Randy Reid. So he has to come over tomorrow to pick up his computer. So
I see.
You'll see him back on there. Well, he does use the Chromebook, but that stinks Chromebook. So yeah, I'll call in your 4 o'clock show. Who you have on today?
Oh, you'll see, Bob. Get ready. It's gonna be wild.
Oh, hi everybody. This is Bob from Vermont. I am Bob, of course.
Thank you very much, Bob. Great call. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm aware that Bobby's lamp is crooked. All right, the man's got 9 toes. I don't think it's on his to-do list to move today, but we'll work on it. I see all the comments. Jimmy Wise Guy checks in. He says, we cannot burn a pick on Ty. Not ready. Too many holes. You're only burning a pick if you're wrong on him. But I think you don't need to take that big of a risk when you have 3 first-round picks next year and a better quarterback class. You want to take a swing in the second round? I'm all for it. But there's a difference at 16 than 33. People just say, you just keep drafting a quarterback within reason. Within reason. You don't need to take Ty Simpson at 16. You don't. And I like Ty. Again, I am a fan of his. That's why I'm willing to take him at 33.
Jets, Jets.
But I think it's too early to take him where we're currently discussing him. We have a raffle coming up for a Jets jersey. Right now, only 2 memberships have been gifted during the show. So if you've ever wanted to win a raffle prize, this is the show for you. Klecko, Namath, Martin, Corbett, Revis, Mangold, and Keyshawn Johnson are your choices. More of your calls before we wrap. We got Jason, Gary, and Bones before the raffle. Hello, Jason.
Hey, Jake. Great Isles game last night.
Great win. How good was Sorokin, man?
You made up for Montreal in that debacle.
Yeah, that was rough. But that was a huge win, man, because they basically got to win like every game, it feels like.
Yeah, I mean, the superiority of the East, I'm not used to it.
It's true.
What is it, 14th in the East would be 4th in the West or something like that. It's ridiculous. Anyway,
yep.
If you like Simpson, you take him. If you don't like Simpson, you don't take him. I think it's pure as that. I mean, I don't want to waste 33 on him. I think, as Brian Billick once said, you get yourself in trouble when you're making excuses for quarterbacks. And it seems like everybody who is talking about drafting Simpson is making excuses for his second half and he doesn't have enough starts. And you get into trouble when you do that. And I don't want to touch him, but if you like him, you take him and you get the 5th-year option.
If you trade back in and take him, sure. But again, it's within reason, right? Like I'm not trading back in just to get the 5th-year option unless I have real conviction on him.
So, but if you have the real conviction on him, then take him already at 16.
That's part of the argument too. But I think the Jets will like him. I don't think they're going to love him. That's why I don't think they'll take him at 16.
Right. I just have to say this, but just watching Bobby beforehand, just seeing all the comments about the lamp, somebody needs to make a meme with Bobby saying, "I love lamp."
The Bobby lamp emoji was a popular one back in the day.
Yeah, but we need "I love lamp."
Is everything on your end, by the way? Everything safe where you are?
Relatively quieter. Only 1 siren yesterday and 1 siren today. So that's relatively good, I guess.
Very
but
good.
Other parts of the country are getting hit hard. Saw this interesting piece of trivia. Which New York football team... Sorry, let me rephrase. Which Heisman Trophy winner has the longest tenure on a New York team?
Which Heisman Trophy winner has the longest tenure on a New York team?
Yes.
Current New York team? Like currently
no,
on the...
No, in history.
Oh, I don't know. I was going to say Jameis at first currently just because he won a Heisman in college, but Charlie Ward, says Gary.
Charlie Ward, 10 years with the Knicks.
Oh, okay. Well,
by a year.
I was
Beats
thinking
OJ
football.
by a year.
Yeah, but I wasn't thinking in terms of a guy who played football than was a professional NBA player.
Well, listen, growing up as a Jets fan in the 90s, the joke was always that he was the best QB in New York if only he could somehow make his way to Hofstra.
Yeah, I mean, the quarterback issues have gone on for a very long time with the Jet organization. You're not
Yeah.
wrong.
I mean, other than that, you have what was it? Dane was a Heisman winner, was he not? With the Giants.
Yes, I think you're right.
All right, Jake, keep it up. When's my match?
You are in the what?
I'm
You're
in
the Gorman region, right?
Yeah, that's
check the Discord. I posted the full schedule.
okay. You need what was the Oregon coach? You need a quote for him a month for that one.
What was who's the Oregon coach?
Was it not or was it Oregon State? Was it Mike Riley?
You're talking about you're talking about the Oklahoma State coach.
It was Oklahoma.
The I'm a man on 40.
I'm a man on 40. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I confused which orange we're talking about.
Mike Gundy. Yeah, he's not there anymore
Gundy.
finally, but he was there forever.
Yeah.
He'll be Jason and Drew's Big Show. Well, we're starting Gorman tomorrow, so I'll just do it out loud with you right now. So Gorman and Robert C is tomorrow morning. Sean Andrew C tomorrow afternoon. V-Man and Genergy would be Wednesday morning. You'd be Wednesday afternoon.
All right, so I got it's right before we change the clocks here, so it's only 6-hour difference. So it's a 4 o'clock show.
Yep.
So that's 10 o'clock for me.
There you go.
All right. All right. I need to hear, Jake Asman, hear you there with whoever is on the other side. Burn some of that overnight oil from back in the day in the fan.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jason in Jerusalem.
ASMANIAC Madness is underway. Make sure you vote to make your voice heard.
That'll be a fun one. Big Joe. Jason in Jerusalem. Oh, yeah. This afternoon's a good one, too. Gypsy and Oglick going at it. All right, more of your calls right now before we wrap this baby up. The champ's on the line.
The only thing worse than the New York Jets is cheap-ass shoes and head coach blues. At least we got Muji and some first-round picks. Jake, my brother, I'm trying to get hype. But this team sucks, and Joe Bones, he needs me to sell new flippers to this fat dumpster fire.
Bones.
Why is my connection always bad for like the beginning of the call? You hear me good?
Oh, we hear you.
All right. Well,
can you hear me?
You can call me a Jake Asman bootlicker, but I am completely behind you with. I mean, listen, I really do like Ty. I like his mental. I think he's a smarter quarterback, and I'll always be a guy who loves the mental over like the physical dreams of a guy developing. Like, so I do like Ty, but he can't be the guy at 16. We need guys, playmakers. You can't draft a guy at 16 who's planning to sit. This year Gino's getting the chance, and we have to actually try to build around Gino. So I'd be cool with trading back into the first if Frankie loves him and we feel like he could be our guy. But I kind of have the feeling that the Jets are thinking more about they want to build to get as many wins as possible this year. They want guys who can contribute and start right away. And that's why I don't see it happening at 16. And I think it's going to snowball too. I think Ty is going to get way more hype than he even has at this moment in time, because that's what they do. We hype up the quarterbacks. That's what all the experts do. So yeah, I think if you go by like what we saw, who they're bringing in on like 30-day top 30 visits or whatever, I think you're going to see like a day 3 guy as our target, like a Beck or an LR or whoever they like.
If it's not Simpson, like they're going to take a quarterback at some point. It's just a matter of, are they doing it with Simpson, or are they going to wait till the 3rd round and beyond? Because I think if they don't take Simpson with a 1st or 2nd round pick, there's no other quarterback in play till day 3.
100%. Yeah. And it's defensive at number 2 and wide receiver at 16. I'm sold on wide receiver at 16, especially if Tyson's there. The injuries scare everyone, but I feel like they'd pull the trigger if the Rams don't take him. If you remember how injury prone Puka was in college, it wasn't like Tyson, but maybe they like that upside. So that's all I really got for Jets. I wanted to say, shout out to last year's ASMANIAC OG callers. The amount of entertainment besides this year, like I really enjoyed Thunderlips. He made me laugh. He's been killing me. He's becoming one of my favorite tournament. He's like replacing Jay Quest last year because we forget how funny people were bringing it last year. Peter Castro on the bike, Nate driving around the entire New York is asking random people the craziest shit. Jay Quest calling into the show and shitting on Bobby with the smell. What did he smell like? Old potatoes. I don't remember what it was, but I mean, we got freaking. Sorry, Jets Jesus, but you're skiing down a mountain, and we got Australian Jets fan going out at nighttime screaming Jets. Ooh, like it's just Can't replace last year. That's all I'm gonna say. We brought it last year. We need people to bring it. You guys got to make us laugh, man. This has to get good.
We're just scratching the surface. Don't worry. There's a lot to come in this tournament.
We were laughing right from the beginning, though, last year. Like,
it was all new.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But just shout out to the OGs, and I just had to say something about Neil and everybody on his his how do you not include Beast? How is Beast not in there?
I mean, he included everyone else, so I have no idea.
He didn't, but he forgot all his. What about like the snowballs of the world? You got too many people for that, man. Stop telling people how many people are coming in there, Neil. But yeah, I just wanted to shout out the OGs and say how funny the calls were. And they're getting Jets. Johnny was good this year too. He sounds like Paul Wall sometimes when he raps. So shout out to him. That was funny. But that's all I got, Jake. This another day in the world of Alden. I know Gary's next, so now it's time. This is where the entertainment begins, baby. Jake's trying to get out of here, and Gary calls in. Let's go, Gary. Bring it.
As Maniac Madness is underway, make sure you vote to make your voice heard.
Appreciate it, Bonesy. Gary is next, but let me just get caught up on some super chats, and then I'm going to finalize the raffle names as Gary makes his points on who knows. Jimmy Wise Guy, what's up, Jimmy? You are in the raffle for one.
The Jet fans getting a little crazy.
Appreciate it. Spencer Green in the raffle for two says, put me in one time for the glory. I want to win a Revis jersey, draft party, football season, lock in. Come on, Jets, fighter jets, jet planes. Woo, go Jets. Spencer Green on one today, folks.
Jets, Jets.
Super chat from Ralphie Roxy's in the raffle for two.
Yeah.
Warming on to Cooper Jr. at 16 reminds me of Justin Jefferson. If he's anywhere near Justin Jefferson, take him second overall in the sense that he's being overlooked, forecast being too well-rounded, not outstanding in any one area. I like him too, but my only concern with him, how does a guy who everyone says, oh, it's day 2 pick, he goes 16 all of a sudden when no games are being played? I'm always wary of, it's not just him, it's anyone. When the guys skyrocket up the boards, there wasn't any football being played. So I'm always a little weary of that. Again, you might say take him because you have concerns with Jordan Tyson. And I think those are very fair concerns because we're talking about a guy with an injury history and then has to play their games at MetLife Stadium. I get that. Like Jordan Tyson hasn't played football in 3 months and 21 days. Dane Brugler said he's not going to participate in his pro day. I mean, he had a grade 2 hamstring injury. That's a long time to not be playing football. Like, did he have a setback? Like, the Jets medical team needs to really do their due diligence if you're going to take Tyson. So if you tell me Cooper's the next best guy on your board, I get it. I'm just a little weary of anyone who moves up the way he has. But he's a really fun player to watch. If you watch Mendoza, Cooper's all over the highlights. He's the guy that had that incredible catch against Penn State in the back of the end zone. Ozzy Fuller is in the raffle for 2. What's up, Ozzy? Ozzy writes in, Jake, if we draft Reese at 2, how about Mesidor at 16 for Miami? I really prefer an offensive player, Ozzy, but I see the talent with Mesidor. The Jets are at his pro day right now. He's certainly in play. I mean, that could be like a Sean Ellis, John Abraham type of draft for the Jets if they double up on defensive linemen. I prefer an offensive player, though, personally. I think they've invested a ton in the defense already. You're going to put the second pick in the draft on a defensive player. Aren't we sick of the Jets not being short at a skill position every year? Like, can we just take the swing on the receiver? Like, I'm good with Cooper over Mesidor, to be honest, even though I'm talking about how I'm a little weary of just a guy skyrocketing like he has. I want points, man. I'm so tired of always just being an abomination offensively. Like, any chance of Geno surprising us, he needs to be surrounded with so much talent. M123 is in the raffle for 1. By the way, Jimmy Wise Guy's membership went to Derek the Cop, and the membership for M123 went to listener Kenneth O'Bacon. All right, one last call before the jersey raffle comes your way. Ladies and gentlemen, we say hello to this man.
Now there's a gas station over here. I'm gonna go get some pizza and see if they have any butter to put on it.
What's up, Jake? How are you?
Hello, Gary.
I got a question for you. Do you not know when your mom's birthday is? Because you kind of hemmed and hawed when Bobby said it was your mom's birthday. You said, my mom's birthday is in... do you not know your mom's birthday?
It's June 30th. The reason why I didn't respond quick is because I was confused. Like, what am I missing? Like, why is he bringing up my mom's birthday? I'm like, is it not March? Like, that's why I was confused. I know her birthday.
Are you a good son, Jake?
I think so.
All right. It's a terrible thing to be a bad son. I don't want you to be a bad son. You just make sure you're a good son.
Are you a good son?
I'm a great son. You can call my mom. She'll confirm that.
Have her call in. I'd love to interview your mom about you.
I'll have her call in and speak Italian. You know, my mom would absolutely confirm that a bad son is one of the worst things you can be. There's very few things on this earth worse. I'm actually surprised all the bad sons haven't been eradicated. Honestly, bad son's one of the worst things you can.
When
be.
is your mom's birthday?
September 5th.
Ah, will Bobby sing for her?
He doesn't know her name, and he's not going to either. So he can sing "Happy Birthday" to Mama 3D Boxing, but I'm not telling Bobby Midnight my mom's name. Also, slightly off topic, but on topic. Bonesy saying, I care more about the mental than the physical. Bonesy, nobody believes that. You ain't never seen a woman walk by once in your life and said, look at the brains on her. Okay? No one believes that you care about the mental more than the physical. That was ridiculous.
What does that have to do with evaluating quarterbacks in the NFL draft?
Well, he said it just as a general statement. He cares more about the mental than the physical. Do you believe that Bonesy cares more about?
I believe his statement was about quarterback prospects, not women.
Onto that. First, on the mental prowess. God dang, I know Bill Self is a great coach, but that was literally the dumbest thing I'd ever seen. To use all of your fouls. And they didn't even make them work. They just fouled them immediately. So I understand the concept, but it's like, don't do that. That's the dumbest thing ever.
They weren't aggressive trying to even go for steals. They just they just fouled immediately.
Just fouled them.
Yeah.
So go for the steal. If you can't get it, then foul. But you have to save the last one. Because once Ron Darling, I'm going to call him, once Ron Darling got him on his hip, now you can't foul him. So now Darling's got an easy shot at the basket. Where if you would have saved a foul, once Darling got you on his hip and had you beat, foul him, make him inbounds it again. So you used your last foul, and the fouls that you did use, you didn't even make him work for it. Like you just fouled him instantly. That was
James Darling's son, by the way, former Jet linebacker.
Yeah, I saw a clip like before the tournament started. It said son of former New York sports legend. What's his name? Dylan Darling. Is that his name?
Dylan Darling's who hit the shot. James Darling is the former Jet linebacker.
It was Ron Darling's son. Because that's a New York sports legend. He won a World Series with the Mets. James Darling, shout out James Darling. He's a good Jet. What was he here for? Like 2 years? A year?
01 and 02.
01 and 02. Not exactly. I wouldn't classify Darling as a New York sports legend, but
he's not.
Yeah. All right. That was. Did you see Rick Pitino's reaction? Did you see Pitino?
It was
ice
like
cold.
Yeah, it was like what's his name after Villanova won the national title? Jay Wright.
That's how I want my head coach to be. Stoic, ice cold, no reaction. Shout out to Ricky P. And then, so I wanted to get into Ty Simpson real quick. First, you said that you thought Dante Moore would have been the second quarterback, the second pick in the draft.
Yes.
I agree with you, but I think he would have actually ended up going number one. I think when you get done and through with the entire process, as long as there are no character issues with Moore, the upside on Moore is significantly higher than Mendoza. I think Moore would have ended up going one.
Like, I don't know. Don't we have to like look at what happened on the field this year and the big moments, how clutch Mendoza was, the fact he's 6'5", 230 something and wears it well. Like, I think we make too much of the upside, this or that. Like, how about the greatness on the field? How about the fact that Mendoza's superpower is his processing and his tenacity and all the things that the mental aspect of playing the position you have to have, he seemingly has it.
I'm with you on that. right? But I really went back and watched a lot of tape on Moore. There's nothing he does poorly. Like I think he's average.
That's why he was going to go number 2. Maybe there'd be
but-
some teams that would rank him higher than Moore. I'm not saying you're wrong. Like Dan Orlovsky said today, he has Ty Simpson ahead of Fernando Mendoza. I'm sure you could if you poll enough people, you'll find someone with the opinion you're looking for. I just think a lot of times we try and say, oh, potential. I want results. And I think Mendoza would still go 1 and Moore would be a Jet.
Poor guys, though. You're looking at the top of the draft. If I'm Dante Moore and I'm looking at the top of the draft, I see the Raiders and the Jets. Going back to college is not a bad option. It's not a terrible option.
Okay, so a year from now, the Raiders, the Jets, the Browns, Cardinals, the Dolphins. Where are these great teams going to be for Dante Moore to go?
Yeah, but no, you're right? But if you said what 2 teams do you have the least confidence in building a quarterback, you'd say the Raiders, the Jets, and the Browns in some order, correct? Like those would be your big 3 of teams you would not want to go to if you were a rookie quarterback. 2 of them are at the top. It's like this is rough. Then the Ty Simpson thing. I'm with you. I don't want to take him at 16, but I don't know if it was Bonesy or Jason in Jerusalem that said, if you think he's good, just take him. Why roll the dice? If you think he's good enough to be your starting quarterback, like just take him. Like why? I don't want to waste 33 either, right? So if you think he's good, if you think he can be your guy, why roll the dice and see if he lasts till 33? Just take him at 16. I'm with you. I'm not doing it. I don't think he's the guy. I'm not confident that he's the guy, so I'm not taking him. But if you are, why risk losing him? Someone else trading in ahead of you and taking him at 30 or 31 or 32.
Do you trust your evaluation of the board? And do you think you can get him by either trading back into the end of the first, or is he there at 33? Giants love Dart, but they got Dart and they got Abdul Carter. You could do both.
No, I'm with you. The other thing, I wouldn't do it. I'm just saying, how good do you think he is? If you think he can be your starting quarterback, take him at 16. It's this, but I'm with you. I don't have the confidence. I don't have the confidence in that statement. But like, here's the thing, and I think it's going to be a battle between Muji and Glenn, because I think Glenn can view Simpson as a way to save his job if the season goes sideways, right? If I start Geno Smith half the season and we suck, but then I put Ty Simpson in and we win a couple of games and he looks okay, they may give me another year. Whereas if we just play Geno Smith, we go 4-13 and we suck, I'm gone. Ty Simpson may be a way for me to keep my job if he plays adequately. If he looks good enough, maybe I get another year if things go sideways.
Well, this is where Muji needs to not allow that to happen.
I'm with you. Right, but I'm saying it becomes like we thought Glenn held the cards. Now it's like maybe he doesn't. Maybe Muji's more in control here, because I don't think Muji's going to take.
Or they have very similar voices, and that's where Muji has to say, "Look, we're going to take a player that's going to help us be a better football team in 2026. We'll try it with Geno. We'll take someone on day 2 or day 3 at that position. Maybe it's Ty. We can't do it at 16. You need a player, Aaron, that's going to help you now. That gives you a better chance of saving your job."
I think there's an internal battle. Like I think Glenn views this as a possibility to save my job, right? Because we all talked about this. The chances of Glenn coming back in 2027 is not great. Like no one would take that bet at even money. Nobody. So he's got to do something. Like he's got to pull a rabbit out of a hat here. Could Ty Simpson be that rabbit? You know what I'm saying? If I draft Ty Simpson and he plays well above what we expected, can I keep my job and just kick the can down the road for another year? I don't know.
Addison says Gary 3D Boxing will be your 2026 ASMANIAC Madness champion.
You guys got to go to vote for me. You got to vote. Everyone's got to vote. Everyone go vote for me. Go vote for me. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with the sentiment there. I think that's a good take by Addy. That's a good take by Addy. St. John's. You think they're going to beat Duke?
I think they could. They're 6.5-point underdogs. That feels a little high. Like I think it should be a really close game.
If St. John's doesn't start the game like 2 for 20 from 3, they win by double figures.
That game was unwatchable for most of the first half. That was it was like a brick convention. It was unbelievable.
My brother went to St. John's, and my dad was a huge St. John's fan when I was a kid, like Big East back in the day basketball, like Mark Jackson, Chris Mullen. So I was texting with them during the game, like it was like first 1 to 50 wins. You get if you crack 50, it was rough.
It was bad. I've always enjoyed them. I always rooted them. One of my good friends went there. His dad went there, so went to games with them before. I've always been a Patino fan before he got the job. So, and they're the New York team because it's not like there's another team in it. So I'm rooting for them, but Duke is Duke. We'll see.
Yeah, St. John's defense is so tenacious. Like they're going to keep you in games. That's why 6.5's a lot. Like they just don't let up that many points. If they can stay in the game, if they can get hot at some point, they could be anybody. Like they're a tough out because they're and they just bludgeon you on the offensive glass too. They're a tough team to deal with. So they got a shot. And Texas is somehow still alive. I didn't think they
on the
should
play
be
into the Sweet 16.
Yeah, they lost to Ole Miss in the SEC tournament, who had 4 wins all season, and they lost to Oklahoma in the last game of the season. I was like, they shouldn't even be in. They're playing their worst basketball down the stretch, and here we are. It really gets crazy sometimes.
I'll tell you what, this is why we love the NCAA tournament. But I'll tell you what we love even more, Gary. ASMANIAC Madness.
ASMANIAC Madness is underway. Make sure you vote to make your voice heard.
Raffle coming up shortly. We'll close voting in the Barbarossa Jets Jesus battle. Peter Castro is in the raffle for 2. Thank you, Peter. Quarterback is what we need, Jake. End of story. I agree, Peter, but you don't want to reach for a quarterback. If the Jets love Ty Simpson, that's different. I don't think they're going to love him to the point that they take him at 16. I don't think you could just manufacture a quarterback. Again, they have 3 first-round picks in 2027 for a reason. Think about that. They don't need to take the swing now. They're not desperate. They're not. I know people are like, oh, they got to win to save their. Glenn needs players to help win games. I don't know if Ty does that in 2026 for him. Even if you're trying to make the point Gary was that, oh, Glenn might be thinking if I get Ty, it's a path to save my job. Jackson Dart didn't even save Dable's job, and Dart played well, and that wasn't enough. Beastbreaker says Gary will get crushed and slushed out this tournament. A lot of polarizing takes on Gary 3D boxing. Gary versus Amanda, for those curious, is the round of 32 battle in the 1 versus 9 matchup here. Here's your look at the extraordinary region, which is about to be updated because, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to close out voting and declare a winner in the 7 versus 10 battle. Congratulations to the 7 seed, Barbarossa, on the victory. Barbarossa moves on to the round of 32. A great effort by Jets Jesus, but it's Barbarossa 62, Jets Jesus 38. 461 votes were cast in the polls. So big thank you to all the ASMANIACs who made their voice heard. This afternoon, our final matchup in the extraordinary opening round of 64 region. Black Gypsy, Coach Oglick. The stage will be set. Here's your updated bracket as we make our way through. You can see top right, Barbarossa now is in the round of 32. He'll play either Gypsy or Oglick. We'll know this afternoon. Round of 32 already set in the inside-outside. Round of 32 already set in the Dangerous Alliance. Round of 32 about to be set in the Extraordinary. And then tomorrow, first show, it's the Gorminator, Charles Gorman, in action against Robert C., followed by Sean and Andrew C. in the afternoon. So we're making our way through. Things are happening in the greatest tournament in all of sports. Mad Team 3 Parents has gifted 5 channel memberships. Hey now. Five memberships from Mad Team. The following 5 listeners are now channel members of Mad Team. You're in the raffle coming up. B Stokes, FS Jaden, JC2 Durod, Gigabit Tampa, PP'd Donuts, all receiving a gifted membership there from Mad Team. Josh English checks in. Saw a take on rails. Jets trade 33 for a first next year. If a team would be willing to do that, how would you feel? I would do it. As much as the Jets probably need a good player this year at 33, if you're giving me the chance to have 4 first-round picks next year, think about what that does for your franchise. You're more attractive for the next head coach if Glenn can't turn it around. You have more maneuverability to get your quarterback if you can't stick and pick and get one. you still, in this scenario, would have a player you're adding at 2, 16, and 44. What's not to like about getting an extra one a year from now? I don't know what team's going to do that because next year is considered to be a way better draft class overall, not just quarterbacks, but I'm in. Think about that. I'm in. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Are we ready for a raffle? A Jets jersey is up for grabs this morning on the show. Now we say hello to the master of raffle ceremony.
This is all goddamn muscle right here. Stringing the cheese. Woo! You clown sucking douchebag. I got gas right now. Ow. Teeth trouble this morning. A little bit of the teeth.
When was the last time you went to the dentist?
2 or 3 years.
You haven't been to the dentist in 2 or 3 years? That could be a problem.
That'll be all right. I got something in mind. Now.
Okay.
Now. Let's do this. Ladies and gentlemen of the grand jury, it is now time to spin the 2026 Wheel of Champions.
It's time to announce the winners of the weekly ASMANIAC raffle. Let's spin the Jake Asman Show Wheel of Champions and find out which ASMANIAC is winning an epic prize.
Oh, yeah. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Good luck to everyone who entered. But only one can win a jersey. If you do win, you have to send me an email. asmanjake@gmail.com. Your name, your address, the player you want a jersey in, and the size. Black Gypsy waiting to the very end as per usual. Gifting one channel membership here before we spin the coveted Wheel of Champions. Black Gypsy, thank you for your support. Good luck this afternoon. And ASMANIAC Madness, we put you in. All right, here we go. One spin to determine a winner this morning. But you're all winners in my book, and you're all added to the weekly raffle no matter what. Here we go. Good luck to all. Hold on. At the buzzer, Cisco Lopez. Good thing I waited. Cisco in for 5. Everyone's always waiting to the last minute. Cisco, 5 gifted membership. Cisco, I appreciate you. In fact, your Sack Exchange signed jersey, I went over to UPS yesterday and sent it out. But now I got to enter Cisco in 5 times. Okay. No one else. If you enter from this point on, you're now in for this afternoon because I got to get a move on here. Good luck to all. Thanks again to Cisco for the 5 memberships, but only one can win. And that winner is... Ozzy Fullers. Let's go, Ozzy. Congratulations. You are the winner of a Jets jersey.
Jets, Jets.
Let's go. Congratulations to Ozzy on the win. Shoot me an email, Ozzy, and I'll make sure we get you your prize. Big thank you to everyone who tuned in. Reminder, first live show tomorrow with BT and Samini, the Jets Collective. We're over 500 subscribers already, so people will be able to super chat. I think by our second show at the latest, when we get to 1,000, the channel will be fully monetized. So we haven't even done a show yet, and we're already over halfway there. You guys are the best. Subscribe to the channel. Link is in the description for those of you not watching live. I will talk to you guys this afternoon. I am certainly looking forward to it. As always, let's go Jets. And I leave you guys with a short clip. So sit back, laugh, maybe cry, whatever emotions come to you. That's what it's all about. Go Jets.
I caught a little bed bite. I got something to get rid of them. A little spray and a little bit of salt.
You got a bed bug bite?
Yeah, in the leg, but I'm not gonna worry.
Do you have bed bugs?
No, I keep my floors. My floors are always fresh, and I also do a little.
What about your bed though? Are there bed bugs on your bed?
No, I checked it yesterday.
Those
can be very problematic.
Beast, you said you're using salt to combat bed bugs?
Oh, heavy salt. That's the best way to get rid of them. You know why? They don't like that stuff. Well, you know what? I don't care.
All right.
What's the plan with the salt? Are you just going to like sprinkle it on the bed? How does this work?
I'm going to put it all around the floor slowly. Then I'm going to put some under the mattress.
I really don't think salt is the way to go.
This is the saddest of the saddest. I don't know what the hell you all are smoking, but this is a load of crapola.
Oh, hi. Jake wants me to ask you to click on the like button.
That's right, Lane. And if they don't subscribe to the Jake Asman Show, this team may never win another game. Let's go, Jets.